And we are live. What's good, Josh? Man, DL Saint. Welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there, man? Let's tighten this shot up just a little bit. Yeah, let's go right there with it. How y'all feeling out there, man? Hope you're well. Today we got to talk about LooksMaxxing. A lot of folks are talking about it. Old heads like us. We catch on late, and I've heard the term LooksMaxxing, but I never really looked into it. I just assumed certain things. Bro, had no idea what LooksMaxxing is. Right? Just gonna put it to you like that. Had no idea what LooksMaxxing is, but I know now. Um, and let me do something real quick. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, Gumroad link in the chat before we get started. Copy. Okay, I can delete this. Come back here. All right. Um, got a lot of windows open. I was doing a bunch of stuff, so hopefully the lag won't be too terrible. But there we go, man. People were asking me about the ebooks and stuff like that, man. So there it is right there. Check out the Gumroad. When you go to the site, man, scroll down to the bottom. Gumroad is a platform where you can sell digital products. I have about 18, I think 19 now, 19 ebooks over there. 16 ebooks are about red pill topics. It's just kind of the 80-20 rule, the family law trap, hypergamy, Disney fairy tale, that kind of stuff. And these are, quick little ebooks, guys. Nothing crazy, just ebooks. And then I have 3 ebooks. I'm working on a series on how to become a stand-up comic. Like, if you want to be a stand-up comic for real, what's the process? And I have 3 books. The how to be a stand-up comic books, those are like $9. The ebooks on red pill stuff are between $5 and $7 or $8, somewhere in there. Check them out, man. Check them out. Let me know what y'all think. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. And I'm gonna continue to work on those ebooks. I'm doing different topics. We're gonna do a series on how to apply for government positions, like government jobs. We're gonna do. We'll probably do some videos about some different things. Some companion videos to the ebooks. So we're gonna be doing all sorts of stuff, man. Teach you how to, apply to be an air traffic controller, man. Teach you how to get involved in politics. Teach you how to networking, one-on-one type stuff. So we're going to do a whole bunch of things. So we'll talk about it on the platform, but we'll also have the ebooks, and we'll have companion videos, and we'll have all that stuff, man. And then we're going to start doing some in real life events. We're just like 2026, guys. We're going hard. We're going hard over here. But today we're here to talk about LooksMaxxing, bro. And what I'm seeing, it's absolutely insane. Let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome. Did I really want to know podcast, y'all? Get some indeed. This whole thing with LooksMaxxing, man, this comes from, out of the manosphere, red pill world. And I guess this falls under male improvement. This is, me just trying to make sense of it. Like, how did this thing become a thing? And a lot of young guys believe now, today, that all you need is to be handsome, to be pretty, and you'll be successful with whatever it is you want to do. Be successful with women, you'll be successful with business, you'll be successful with networking. And I'm here to tell you, bro, that's not how it works. Like, looks, especially when you're talking about dating. Like, if you break this thing up, when you talk about dating and what females are looking for, what the girls want, I mean, looks are cool. Looks is like a small part of the big picture. I mean, looks are cool. If you have good looks, all right, great. And that can get you some success, limited success, if like you got good looks. Let's say you're not ripped up or whatever, but you just have good looks. So let's say you have good looks and you're ripped up, you have a like nice body and all that. You meet a woman, bro, she might even smash you. But it ends there. I mean, that's it. There's nowhere else to go from there because you don't have any of the things that she really needs, like what she's really gonna fall in love with. Like you have no personality, you have no stories in life because you haven't done anything, right? You don't have any real success. It's like, oh, I'm making money off my looks. Like, were you a model or what are you doing? Like, you're a gigolo, like you're a bartender. How long is that gonna last? Like, if everything is tied to your looks, looks are fleeting, right? And then what they're doing to get these looks is just insane from what I'm hearing. So I found a video. Uh, Braden is the name of the content creator. I've never watched any of his content before. I just was searching. I found this video. In this video, I think he said he did LooksMaxxing for 30 days. I'm going to check out this video and see what's going on because I've seen and heard some craziness, bro. And the one thing that gets me is like someone was telling me like, yeah, man, these guys, they'll take a hammer or a blunt object and they'll beat themselves. I'm like, what? So guys like looks for a man, looks is not way up there, bro. Money is probably at the top. Money and some sort of success and and having competence, being good at something, like those things are at the top. Yeah, you want to be fit if you can, but if you have enough money, bro, you don't have to be fit, you don't have to be pretty. I mean, look at Jeff Bezos, bro. Look at Zuckerberg, look at Elon Musk. I know so many dudes who are like wealthy, independently wealthy, like family wealth, bro. They look invisible. They're like you don't even see them. No one sees them. Women don't see them. Men don't see them. But then when they do show up, and it's time to do something, and then their wealth comes into the picture. Oh, bro, they shine. It's so great it blinds you, bro. Like money changes a lot, man. So I would definitely say money is on the top of almost everyone's list because you can do so much with it. Right. It just gives you so much access. You can provide so many experiences, like the resources, the more money you have, the more resources, the more reach. And that makes you look powerful, bro. Like even like look at someone like Donald Trump. He has this, people say, oh, he's a businessman. Like Donald Trump's a failed businessman. Best business he ever ran is the one he's running now. This is the best business he ever ran. And he's running the country into the dirt, but he's making billions of dollars in the process. But someone like Donald Trump, that's not a handsome dude, but he's always had women. Why? Because he comes from a wealthy family, bro. Money is going to pull women. Like money is the finish line for a lot of these dudes. You come in, you worth millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. You were born at the finish line, bro. And as we know, women wait at the finish line, bro, and they smash the winners. So I just wanted to start this show off by saying, like, guys, if you're out here basically torturing yourself and mutilating yourself for beauty because you think beauty is the answer, oh man, y'all got the game messed up, man. You got the game all messed up, bro. That's not the thing. So we're gonna get into this, man. We're gonna check out Braden. And before we do, man, don't forget, man, to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'd be forgetting to say that, man. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely hit the comments up, man. Let me know what you think because I'm doing a better job at reading the comments. Let me know, where you guys stand on all this, man. But LooksMaxxing is crazy work. Like just like the title says, man, it's insane. It's insane, bro. And it's not going to save you. Like you really need to have understanding of how the sexual marketplace works. That's game. You really need game. Like game. I will say money's at the top. Game is number 2. The understanding of how the sexual marketplace works, right? Frame and then all the rest of that stuff comes after that. But if you don't understand how this thing works and you get out here, again, you might have some short-term success, but again, like what does success look like? What are you doing? Like, are you mutilating your body so you can have a sexual encounter with a woman once or twice? Is that what you're doing? Because that's not necessary. Right? It's just not necessary. But let's check out Braden's video. This video is titled, I tried LooksMaxxing for 30 days. And I really want to see what this is all about, man. Let's get into it. Here we go.
For the next 30 days, I'm going to be LooksMaxxing. I discovered LooksMaxxing for improving your looks, from steroid usage to facial exercises and even bone smashing. So I wanted to try these unorthodox techniques for the next 30 days to see if I can enhance my appearance and to answer a question. Does LooksMaxxing actually work? It's day one, so let's go over some of my LooksMaxxing goals for the next 30 days. One of my goals is to have better and clearer skin. I'm going to be doing that with a strict skincare regimen. Another goal of mine is to get rid of my eye bags and de-bloat my face so I can get hollow cheeks. And after doing some digging on some incel-like LooksMaxxing forums, I found out I'm a 6 out of 10. And how did I come to this conclusion? This LooksMaxxing app analyzed my facial features. 6 out of 10? I need to walk in. And according to these LooksMaxxing forums, a perfect man would have hunter eyes, hollow cheeks, clear skin, this. Well, basically, this would be a 10 out of 10.
I'm mugging. It was a mystery to mugging.
So for day one, I'm going to be trying their first recommended technique to improve my looks: jaw exercises and posture training. This is
Okay. A lot of you young guys today, man, y'all take shit too far, bro. Y'all take it too far. You get way too in the weeds on these things, man. If someone says, you know, you want to be the best version of yourself, you know, you want to look good, they're not talking about extreme, like jaw exercises, bone smashing. Okay, you want to do a skin regimen? That's fine. For us, that meant put some clear seal on your zits, bro. Like, you got a bump over here, put some clear seal on it. That's it. When we were younger, that's all we did. And we went outside and we played and we learned how to socialize, man. But you guys take it too far. Like, you young dudes, man, y'all get into these things, y'all build these forums, y'all start, you know, getting analytics and these numbers, and y'all start doing things. Bro, you're doing too much. Yeah, like, you know, if you have really bad skin, go see a professional, man. Go see a dermatologist, take care of that. Get yourself a decent haircut, right? Or if you're old, like, I've had this haircut since 1990. I joined the Army, they shaved my head off, they cut my hair off, and I left it like that ever since. And some people like, oh man, you know, you can go and get that operation, that procedure that Myron had, man. They can take the follicles and put them to your front. Hey, bro, I don't care about hair. I don't need hair, man. I don't need hair, man. I've been doing this since 1990. I don't need hair, bro. I ain't worried about it. Like, bro, talked to tons of women. I don't need hair. When I had hair, bro, it was a pain. Keeping your hair right, getting up, you have to do all the stuff you got to do to your hair and treat it and all that. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm glad I'm bald-headed, man. I'm cool. There are guys out here that are getting these, like black dudes, they'll glue a hair piece on you and blend it in with your hair, and you can get like a high top fade and all this. Bro, if you want to do that, fine. I'm not doing all that. It's not necessary. But when Braden said that it was incel-like on these forums, yeah, man, these forums are run by the nerds, bro, the weirdos, man. Don't get caught up in their world, bro. It's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. Young dudes, get clothes that fit you. Have a nice style. You don't have to spend a lot of money either. You can buy discounted clothing. You don't have to go out and spend thousands or tens of thousands of dollars on clothes. But make sure the clothes fit you right. It looks good on you. You have some sort of style that is you, that people know is your own. Your accessories look right. Your little necklace or whatever, your timepiece or your watch, you know what I mean? Like, you got a nice ring or something. You don't have to spend a lot of money on that either. Got a nice haircut. You took a shower. You're wearing some good cologne, right? And again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to go get Creed, although that's some really good stuff. If you can afford it, yeah, get you a nice bottle of Creed and hold on to it. But get some Dolce Blue or Dolce Light Blue or Chanel Blue, or, you know what I mean? Just get some cologne that you like. You know, you might spend 30, 40, 50 bucks. right? You ain't got to drown yourself in it. Just got some nice cologne. And bro, you good. Learn how to talk to people. That's it. You don't need to do anything else, man. You just worrying about your jawline or hunter eyes, whatever they're saying, your nose, I guess your ears, whatever it is y'all worried about, man. It ain't that important, bro. Once you look presentable, all you need to do is be able to hold a conversation. And to master that is knowing when not to speak. So you talking to a young lady, man, let her talk. Let her figure out your story. Don't tell her your story. Let her figure out your story. I talk about that in in the books. Got some ebooks on that. We got ebooks to talk about the 80-20 rule, right? We got some ebooks on that, bro. How dating in today's world, dating in the modern dating marketplace, today's world, dating modern women. We got books on that, bro. Hit that Gumroad link, man. Check out them books. Remember, you hit the link, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and check out the Gumroad. Check out the books that we're selling over there. It's a great way to support the platform and learn a little bit. It's definitely going to plant the seed. And if you buy those books and you read them and it sparks questions, hit me up. Ask me the questions, bro. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to help you through this. You don't need to smash your face with a hammer, right? You don't need to wear makeup, bro. Dudes they're wearing makeup now. Oh, let's keep going.
Me doing my first set of jaw exercising, using my hands to create resistance against the jaw. These are called resisted jaw openings and help sharpening your jawline. I followed it up with some laying down neck curls, and they were super awkward as it's my first time doing this. I also got really lightheaded when I got up, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to continue this challenge. But after that, I did some chin tucks against the wall, and these help remove your double chin. And because it's day 2 of my LooksMaxxing journey, I decided to shave my face to show off a bit more of my facial definition. And I can't grow a full beard, so I definitely recommend doing this if you struggle with the same problem. Moving on, I gua-sha'd my face because it helps with lymphatic drainage and debloating. I did my nightly skincare routine, which consists of a serum, toner, moisturizer, and some eye bag cream. Basically, my whole life, I've struggled with dark circles around my eyes, and it's always been something I wanted to fix. I went to bed, and during my nightly doom scroll, I came across something. What is bone smashing? Starting day 2, I had a question that needed to be answered.
Bro, this dude's already handsome. So you can tell this guy right here, man, he's a influencer, man. He's a social media dude. This dude's he's a handsome dude. Yeah, I can say that. I'm an old man. Because that's the beauty about being an old man. You ain't got to worry about saying pause. Like, he's a handsome dude. Obviously, he knows how to talk to people. He has this platform. He knows what he's doing. He's put this thing together, bro. This is almost a spoof. You see all the tats. Like, he has his own style. That's it. That's all you need, gentlemen. You don't need more than that, man. We got Mandrill in the building. What's good, Mandrill? Let me show you some love, bro. Like, so this is an influencer who's doing a 30-day
LooksMaxxing
challenge, right? So we're talking about LooksMaxxing. This guy, he's really spoofing this thing. He's just showing you what a lot of these guys are doing today. And I can't wait to get to the end of this video, but he's just spoofing. This kid right here knows what's up, man. This dude has game. I can tell. It looks like he lives by himself. It's a regular dude out here. I know he's running through chicks, bro. Here we go. Let's keep going. He's got the music.
You might be wondering why I have a hammer. Well, because last night I discovered something called bone smashing. So basically you hit your cheekbone, causing micro fractures in the skull to increase your bone mass and density. So I guess we'll just give this a shot. This hurts. I don't know why anyone would do this. I'm not sure if doing this early in the morning was the best idea because I do plan on going to the gym. My face hurts. I don't know if you guys can see the red swelling, but that's enough bone smashing for day 2. So I just did my first bone smash, and I'm honestly not sure what I think of this technique. It's literally bruising my face. I guess for the remainder of the 30 days, I'm going to continue bone smashing. Went to the gym for a nice leg workout, and I had my hoodie on because my face was still red from hitting it with a hammer. I did my basic shower routine and noticed my skin was getting a lot clearer. Well, kind of. So I instantly went back and did some more skincare before I headed to bed. And can't forget my resisted jaw exercises, but they began to really hurt. Went down and did some neck curls before I went to bed, and I also did some posture training. I just got my jaw exercisers in the mail, and well, I'm going to put these to the test now. Opening it up, it comes with 4 different levels. Green being 30 pounds, intermediate, the blue one being 40 pounds, advanced, the red one being 50 pounds, and black being 60 pounds as the strongest level. And since it's week 1 of this challenge, I'm going to start with the green, and if it's too easy, I'm going to ramp it up. So the instructions are basically start with a beginner set and increase the level as your jaw becomes stronger. If you can easily do 100 to 150 reps a day, you should move to the next resistance level. So I'm going to try the green ones now, and if it's too easy, I'm going to move it up. These things are hard. I can literally feel it working my jaw. Okay, 150 reps are done, and my face is so sore. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to eat.
Yo, this is insane. There are dudes out here doing this, man, hitting themselves in the face with a blunt object, purposely creating micro fractures in your own skull, trying to look a certain way. The jaw exercise, man, what are we doing here? And any guy out here who's doing this or considering doing this, it's completely unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary, man.
Definitely sucks. I also got jawline gum. Apart from my jaw exercisers, I feel like this might be an easier alternative to get used to because I like chewing gum. So I'm going to try my first piece of this LooksMaxxing gum. Seems like regular gum. Holy shit, it's hard. This is probably the stiffest gum I've ever chewed in my life. It says 1 gum is 1 facial workout. Train your jaw, 5-minute workout, and it's sugar-free and vegan. So
that kid ain't never heard of Hubba Bubba. Back in the day, man, Hubba Bubba gum. Bro, you could throw it at somebody, probably crack their head open. It was hard gum to chew, but we chewed it because we weren't quitters.
yeah, so that's good. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and I've never had so much facial activity in my entire life. I went to the gym, showered, did my skincare, and finished off the day with some neck curls and was feeling pretty good. Day 4, my skin was noticeably clearer, and I continued throughout the day with my regular routine. It's day 5, and now I'm going to up the level of the jaw exercisers to see how much difference the 10 pounds actually makes. Just 10 pounds, and it's noticeably different. So I just finished with level 2 for the first time, and my jaw is incredibly sore. So let's see if I get used to this as the days go on. Finishing day 5 with my skincare, neck curls, and some jawline gum, I quickly headed to bed and doom scrolled. What? There's no way this works. It's day 6, almost a week in, and we're continuing to bone smash. This is the most unenjoyable thing ever, and my face is starting to bruise, and I look literally insane. Went to the gym and kept my hoodie on again because this bone smashing makes my face so red. I chewed on some LooksMaxxing gum and continued with the 40-pound jaw strengtheners, did a set of neck curls, and got really lightheaded again. This challenge has not gotten any easier. Fast forward to day 8, it's 5 in the morning and I've got a flight to catch. But this didn't stop me from getting some of my LooksMaxxing in. I'm literally chewing my gum on the plane. And if you're wondering where I'm going, I've got a video to record with my boys over at Family Friendly. It's already day 9 and the traveling won't stop me from LooksMaxxing. I've started to become hooked to it. But during my trip, I unfortunately got news of a passing of one of my family members, and it made it a lot harder for me to want to record. But as the days went on, I wanted to push through and continue my journey.
Day 16.
See what I'm telling you about this kid, man? This dude's in shape, bro. This dude's in shape. He looks like he's successful in the social media world. He's in shape. He's got all the tats. You know what I mean? The dude has his own style. He's doing all right. He's just doing this LooksMaxxing thing. Obviously for the views, is, you know, that's that world. He doesn't need it. You can tell he doesn't believe in it. Right? He's literally beating himself in the face with a hammer, trying to make his face look different. This blows my mind, bro. That this is so extreme. It just reminds me of the girls out there, the young girls especially, who do the extreme stuff with their diet, and they do the extreme, the women going and doing extreme stuff with the uh, um, plastic surgeries and stuff like that, man. You've seen the pictures, the Botox gets out of control, the BBLs. Guys, man, if you're a man, you're not supposed to be moving like that. You shouldn't even be thinking like that, man. No, your looks are not that important, bro, that you have to beat yourself in the face with a hammer every day.
I'm back home in Canada.
I now began to take this challenge way more seriously and really wanted to see some noticeable results. It's been just over 2 weeks since I've done my last LooksMaxxing analyzation. So now I kind of want to see an update to see where I'm at and see my progress. It doesn't really pick it up on my camera, but as you can see on the left side, I was just bone smashing before taking these photos. I took a front profile picture and then a side profile picture as well. It's currently analyzing right now, so let's see how much progress I've made in just over 2 weeks. I am now an 86 out of 100, which is actually a crazy improvement from my first scan being a 6 out of 10. It also shows I have a potential on 92, as well as my cheekbones and jawline being very well improved. With just under 2 weeks left, let's see how much more improvement I can really make.
Hey, bro, there are dudes out here watching this or watch this video or whatever, and they're looking at this, man. They look at these numbers. This is the problem with, like I said, man, you young guys, man, y'all take it to extremes. None of this means anything, bro. None of it means anything. What's the argument here? Like, what is the pro to this? Like, man, if you guys are watching this in team replay, put it in the comments, man. What is the upside to this? How important do y'all think looks are? Like, I mean, God, dog, man, this dude's beating himself in the head. He's doing exercises that cause him major dizziness, right? He's chewing gum and doing the jaw thing. This is crazy. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. It's unnecessary.
Really make.
It's 17 days into this, and I actually just found out you're supposed to keep your head stable while you bone smash. I don't know if this is just more cope, but it may prevent me from getting a concussion. And you guys might already think, I already have brain damage. But that's okay. This is a test for myself to prove if you guys should actually do this. Now I'm going to chew some jaw gum to continue with my regimen because I'm starting to see some progress as my analyzation also gives you guys a bit of proof.
I was starting to feel way more confident after seeing some good results from the LooksMaxxing scan. And all I can say is just wait till day 30 to see what happens. And because there's only so many days left, I wanted to move on to the 50-pound jaw exerciser to increase my results even more.
Definitely a noticeable difference in just 10 pounds.
It's day 19. I just got out of bed, and I think this is the clearest my skin has been this whole time, which is honestly such a good sign. And I'm excited to go on with my LooksMaxxing today. Yeah, pretty proud of what's going on so far.
It's almost day 20, and the gum has honestly gotten so much easier to chew, and my jaw just feels overall way stronger and honestly looks a lot better too. I might start going to 2 pieces a day. So I'm done chewing my LooksMaxxing gum, and now it's time for me to go straight into my jaw exerciser. And a reminder, this one is 50 pounds, and comparing that to the 30 pounds, it's a pretty big difference. This one feels just as strong as the 30-pound one did the first time I used it. So I think that's a good sign because I've made some good progress. I don't know if you guys can even hear what I just said. I'm like rep 90 and my jaw is starting to hurt. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to do it right after my gum. Okay, I'm done with those. My jaw is extremely sore and I think I'm going to just try and go on with my day, but eating might be a bit harder. After the 50-pound jaw exerciser, eating was damn near impossible. I then did some chin tucks against the wall and some laying down neck curls.
I haven't gotten lightheaded from that in a very long time, actually. Maybe I've done too much LooksMaxxing today.
It's day 20, 10 days left. Let's see how much I can really change in these next 10 days. I'm really going to be locked in. Lots of LooksMaxxing and following all these unorthodox routines.
Just got home from the gym, and honestly, my neck is so sore, and I don't know if it's from these jaw exercises I've been doing or the neck stretching, but it's kind of starting to catch up to me. Anyways, I'm going to stick to my routine though and power through it, and I'm going to do some bone smashing.
They really beat
Just going to
themselves
follow
up.
that up with 150 reps of the
They really beat themselves up with a blunt object, man. Damn. I can't stress this enough. Young guys, man, don't do this shit. Don't do this shit. You know what I mean? Joe Cool's in the building. What's happening, man? We're learning about LooksMaxxing. We're learning what these young dudes are doing out here, man. Learning about LooksMaxxing, man.
50-pound jaw exerciser. Just did 150 reps of this, and it's by far the strongest workout my jaw has ever experienced, and I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to even up it to the next level. I just got out of the steam shower, haven't done that in a while, feeling pretty refreshed. Now I'm just going to continue my night with some chin exercises and add some more reps to my routine. I don't know if it's because I upped the jaw strengthener, but my neck is so sore today. And I honestly planned on doing a lot more reps than usual, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's all catching up to me at once, but today has definitely been one of the most difficult days throughout this challenge. And I honestly almost feel like I'm starting to lose a bit of motivation. But even though the other day I was starting to see some really noticeable results, I feel like these next 10 days are going to become really hard. Because there's 10 days left, I'm now moving on to the 60-pound jaw exerciser. It was basically like the equivalent of chewing on a brick. I continued my routine of bone smashing, and if you guys were wondering, this has not gotten any easier. I did some chin tucks and neck curls, which have gotten easier with time, and I noticed I look pretty tan. But that's because I actually used a tanning bed at the gym yesterday. I just forgot to mention it. The next day, I chewed on the 60-pound bricks again, literally bricks. And just like I said with the 50-pound exerciser, this is the most my jaw has ever been worked. Pause. I then compared my current physique to day one and had noticed quite a bit more definition, which is always a bonus. Did my neck curls and chin tucks and then struggled to eat, per usual. These days were all roughly the same, but come day 28, I was getting ready to see some final results.
Hooray!
And just like the other days, I did some bone smashing, but like a lot of bone smashing, to really emphasize if I'm going to be making progress. I instantly put the 60-pound jaw exerciser in, and in the past couple days, just like the other ones, it got much easier. At this point in the challenge, I was chewing the LooksMaxxing gum as if it was regular gum. It just felt too easy for only one piece a day. Finishing off the night with chin tucks and neck curls, I was ready for the final day of LooksMaxxing. It's now day 29, the last day of this challenge, and no better way to start it by cleaning up my face to really show off my progress. After I showered, I was blow drying my hair, and my camera somehow fell into my toilet. Luckily,
Bro. Times have changed, man. Times have changed. Now, I'm pretty sure there's no dudes in the hood smashing their face with a blunt object, man, but maybe the skincare routine, I ain't got a problem with that. But like I said, that's even for me, that's just a little too intense. If you're a model, you got to do that because you're getting paid. That's one thing. But just because you're trying to look better so you can meet women. And I hope he tells people how much these products cost. Like, you know, how much did it cost him to do all the LooksMaxxing? I'm pretty sure the hammer was $5.
my camera still worked. I chewed my last piece of LooksMaxxing gum and did my final round of bone smashing, and was honestly so done with hitting myself in the face with a hammer. In 29 days of this, I would seriously not recommend doing it. This was mainly to push the LooksMaxxing narrative. Something I would recommend getting though is a jaw exerciser. This was something I saw noticeable progress doing. It's finally day 30 of my LooksMaxxing journey, so let's see some results. I quickly did some more bone smashing and mogged the camera and then chewed on my jaw exerciser one last time. And now what we've all been waiting for, to see the final results. I got rated an 88 out of 100, which is so crazy because I started way back at a 6 out of 10. Comparing my 3 face scans, I've noticeably changed over the course of 30 days, and I'm pretty proud of myself. Realistically, not much change from the day 17 scan, but my potential is now at a 94. Here's what I thought were my worst and my best days, but looks are subjective. Subscribe for more.
Man, that's insane.
Okay, guys, turning now.
That's insane. I mean, bro, that's insane. I don't know what else to say, bro. That's a loser move right there, man. And Joe Cool is like, bro, I hope it's hard to believe people really do this, man. These kids are doing it. That clavicular guy, whatever he calls himself, that's the guy. That's the face of this particular movement or whatever you want to call it. And the thing is, like, these guys are so focused on their looks, man. They have no idea that looks don't really rate that high, man. Like women, man, like women don't really care that much. Like if you got the looks, but you have zero game and like you're a social outcast, man, she ain't gonna deal with you, bro. It's not the same as men. A man will be, he'll have a woman sat next to him who's absolutely beautiful, 10 out of 10, and dumb as a box of rocks, and he'll be happy she's there. He'll figure out a way to get her to think. Right. But if she's beautiful and she knows how to cook and she doesn't mind cleaning or I'm just going to stay beautiful, a dude to keep her around. Women ain't going to keep a dude around just because he's handsome, especially if his beauty routine is more than hers. I could not imagine a woman sitting there looking at her dude beat himself in the face with a blunt object like a hammer. I just couldn't see that. Like you don't stay with that dude. You know what I mean? Like this is, yeah, it's real, man. I told you, bro. I ain't tripping. This is what these young kids are doing today, man. Joe Cool, man. The world done changed, man. We just visitors, bro. The world done changed. So, LooksMaxxing, bro. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you're a dude out there thinking about doing this, or you're actually doing it, man, stop. Don't do this or stop. Instead of working on your looks, how about you simply work on your ability to interact with people, men and women, society in general. Learn how to strike up a conversation, learn how to tell a story, go have some lived experiences, like go learn some game. Like you don't need to be beating yourself in the face with a hammer, man. Just be out there talking shit a little bit, man. Just go out every time you go out, just don't talk to the dimes if you ain't ready to talk to the dimes. Go out there and just talk to regular women. Just learn how to break the ice, tell a joke here and there, just figure out. The most important thing to learn is learn how to break contact, right? We talk about that over here. Hey, the way you dress, the way you smell, that's 99% of it, bro. Like your looks, women, they'll find something attractive about your looks. You hear women talk about it all the time, like, girl, you know, he ain't handsome like that, but he handsome like this, girl. He really do this for me. They talk. I can't tell you how many dudes I know that are God ugly, but got dimes. And these dudes don't even have money like that. It just gamed up. Some of these dudes are short. Some of these dudes are fat. You know what I'm saying? They nickname got ugly in it. Hey, y'all seen Ugly J? Yeah, Ugly J down the street. As opposed to J. No, we're looking for Ugly J. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen Big Head Mike? Yeah, he done. Big old Somali head. Ugly as sin, bro, but got dimes everywhere. They ain't beating themselves in the face with a hammer, bro. This is crazy. So the old heads are out here talking about LooksMaxxing. So Brandon Carter, who, you know, that Brandon Carter is a G. That's the guy I've been, you know, pulling up his content, letting people see like, yo, this dude done really lived the life, man. He about it. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Like this guy really does deserve a Don DeMarco because he made it.
Don DeMarco.
He made it, man. He grew up, you know, born in Chicago, lived in Chicago, man, was in New York, you know, became a model, been a hustler his whole life, man. He put in the work, man. put in the work, still puts in the work. And he's a multimillionaire now, doing his thing, right? Shout out to him. He was talking about LooksMaxxing. And we definitely got to hear what he had to say about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dr. B's in the building. What's happening? It's the easiest way to see it. Men are about looks all the way. Women are about looks to a certain extent. That's a fact. Black Man Unfiltered's in the building. What's good, fam? Yo, we over here talking about LooksMaxxing, man. We talking about LooksMaxxing. We talking about what these young dudes are doing because in their mind, they think all they need are looks. They think that looks is going to get them all the way past the finish line and into like the millionaire world. I'm going to be a millionaire because I look pretty. That's what these dudes are thinking. And you got to sit down and tell these guys, especially these young guys, like, man, that works for women. They can marry into it, but no woman is going to marry you. No wealthy billionaire woman is going to marry you just because you're pretty, bro. That's just not going to happen, man. Because hypergamy really is a thing. And it's not a negative thing. Everyone wants the best, men and women alike. So if a woman is out there and she got the bread, she's sitting on tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and here you are with your face that you've been bone smashing, beating yourself in the face with a hammer, and you think that she's gonna marry you and give you access to her fortune, her empire, just because you pretty? Nah, she ain't doing that. Like, she might let you smash. She might take you places. You know what I mean? You might be her boy toy for a hot second. You know, you might get some money out of it. She might, throw you some money here and there, like, maybe throw you a whip, get your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, put you in nice suits. But she ain't gonna marry you, bro, and give you access, basically keys to the kingdom. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So let's listen to what Brandon Carter has to say about this, man. Because again, Brandon Carter, man, like, he's done it. He's an influencer. His thing was fitness, and he said he made his first $1 million just coaching people in the fitness business. And now he's moved on. He's still doing fitness, of course, but he's also doing speaking engagements, bro. He's doing coaching. You guys ever get a chance to check out one of his lives, check it out. You know what I mean? He's definitely a wise brother who's been there. And when you hear him talk, you hear what I'm saying. Like, bro, you know the old saying, they could take us out the hood, but can't quite get the hood out of us. We about to see what that means. Here we go.
LooksMaxxing. I went down a YouTube and TikTok rabbit hole earlier today when I found out about this kid, Clavicular. Apparently, man, I just got put on to this. He's been on Fresh and Fit for mad long a bunch of times. Apparently, he's going to great lengths to look better, and he wants to be the best look of all time. I saw a clip, like it was me and my girl. We was watching this. We were astonished. He said he's about to get surgery to make his legs longer. He takes crystal meth for hollow cheeks, for dieting. He's double jaws. Surgery, he breaks, he smashes his bones, do something with the facial muscles, and then he said he covers it with makeup. And I was like, whoa, this is a lot. And his premise was that looks were the most important thing in the world as it pertains to how people treat you and success and all this other. Yeah, I'm torn on this issue because looks are important and looks will change things for you. The way you look. If you out here looking like the hunchback of Notre Dame, you're going to have a difficult time in all aspects of life. But looking like a male model does not improve your life as much as he may lead y'all to believe.
So you see this clavicular guy, clavicular, whatever. Where does this name come from? This kid is really a kid. Like, he's barely 20 years old from what I understand. The guy went from being completely invisible, some nerd in school, whatever, and then he stumbles onto this. Well, if I just look pretty, life is gonna get better for me. Like, and life can get better based on looks. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, it's, your experience may change a little bit if you are pretty or handsome versus being someone who's just butt ugly, bro. There's some logic in that. And I mean, bro, I've seen where you have two candidates. Let's say you got two candidates for a job. It's like a really high paying position. Let's say it's, $200,000-$300,000 position, high profile position. And it's down to two people. And on paper, they are identical. They are the best. Number one and number 1A. It's not even like number one, number two. They're interchangeable. So what's the tiebreaker? The tiebreaker is probably going to fall along social lines. You know what I mean? Which one is more sociable? Like, all right, they're both excellent networkers. They know how to break the ice. They're not weird. They're socially in tune. Okay. It might fall down to looks. They're like, hey man, candidate 1, bro, he looks like Brad Pitt in his prime, man. He looks like a Greek god, man. Like the guy's just incredible, like incredibly handsome. All the women trying to get at him, including our women here, blah, blah, blah. Like that might be enough to put you over the top. That might be enough, like, okay, this is the guy we're gonna hire. You know, maybe. You know, it might, you know, get you kicked out of the race because they're like worried about, well, this dude might be an HR problem. Like all these girls been going after him, is gonna mess up work and all that. That could happen too. But you know, the point I'm trying to make is looks at the end of the day, especially for women, same scenario, 2 women, equally yoked, you know what I mean, equally qualified. They're both the best, you know, 1 and 1A, like they're equally yoked. But one woman is just very, very beautiful. And the other one might be overweight and not that pretty. The pretty one's gonna get it. She's gonna get the job. Hey man, they're gonna, you know, people just gonna want the attractive person around. In air traffic control, if you are a female controller and you are fine, let's say you are a 8, 9, or a 10, you're a female controller and you go to a facility, it might be a tough facility to get through, like it's a real tough ATC place, but you can do it. You just need that little extra boost, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna get every benefit possible. Those dudes are gonna get you through the training program because they're gonna want you around. They're gonna get you through that training program. If you find you getting through that training program, they're gonna figure out a way to get you through. They're gonna work the numbers, they're gonna work the hours, they're gonna get extensions, they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to get you squared away, get you trained up, and get you ready for that position. Why? Because you're an attractive woman. Right? Will that change one day? Maybe. But that was standard when I was in my 20 years in the business. That's what I saw. It's like, oh yeah, you got these girls. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like, you'll be fine. The only thing to get her bounced from that facility is if she got crazy. If she crazy, it's like hardcore feminist and, you know what I mean, just crazy, not even trying, like she's not, like, can't do anything air traffic related, then yeah, they're not going to try. Like if she got a bad attitude, they don't care how fine you are, they're not going to keep you there. Your attitude is bad, you got to go. Except for the one guy that she's smashing. That one simpleton is always going to be trying to keep her there. And, you know, in that scenario, I've seen women who they knew that their air traffic control skill set was limited, so they would date someone in management, someone high up. Why? Because they know that that person is going to be able to get them through the training program. That's the perfect person to have to provide that overwatch, that cover for you. And sure enough, they get signed off. And as soon as they get signed off, they dump that guy. Again, that's just game. That's just game. I ain't even mad. I'm like, good for you, shorty. Good for you. And what they'll do is normally they'll start dating someone even higher up because now they're a controller. And when they know they're going to have some problems, so they can date someone even higher up. So when those problems arise, they can remove them from the floor, get them, you know, temporary details, get them other stuff. Like they can move on their career and leave air traffic behind. You know what I mean? Say he's 19. Yeah, like he's 19. Someone said he's 19. And then just the other day they were saying that he was 20 years old. Like he just had a birthday or something like that. But that's crazy, man. Like, I mean, if a chick is bad but is broke and dumb, she'll be fine. If a guy's attractive and broke and dumb, he's only gonna go so far, bro. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, that's just the way society is built right now. Will that change? Maybe. But this kid right here, man, he doesn't even understand the world. He's extremely naive, and he's locked in on the idea that, well, if I'm just handsome, and he's he's a handsome kid, but we're talking Botox, we're talking steroids, we're talking meth. My God, right? We're talking bone smashings, beating himself in the face with blunt objects just to look a certain way. Who are you on the inside, bro? You are an empty, scared little kid with no experiences. And you're doing this horrific thing. Like the height, you want to get your legs extended. They're going to break your legs and put metal rods in there so you can gain a few inches. Man, you out of your mind. But let's continue, man. Let's get this back here. Let's continue.
How do I know this? Because I used to be a male model. So you may not tell now, but in my 20s, I was a beautiful motherfucker. I had a modeling contract with one of the top agencies in New York. I was on fucking billboards. I was in magazines and shit. I'm in my 40s now, so don't judge me on how I look now. But in my 20s, I was fucking gorgeous. Here's what I want to tell you. There is diminishing marginal utility in a man's looks. A woman's looks is different. What does that mean? Let me give you an example from another context. I bought this watch. I paid $200,000 for it, RM29. I like it a lot. I will never spend this much on a watch again. Let me tell you why. I have a lot of watches, timepieces, $100 watches all the way up to $200 watches and everything in between. Typically, a $2,000 watch is better than a $1,000 watch, but it's not twice as good as a $1,000 watch. A $5,000 watch is typically better than a $2,000 watch, but it's not more than twice as good as a $2,000 watch. A $10,000 watch is typically better than a $5,000 watch, but it's not twice as good. I say all that to say this. It follows a diminishing marginal utility curve, looks do for men. So when I was high in my 20s and I was modeling, I was in magazines, I was in billboards. Yeah, I got bitches and life was good, but it didn't improve my life that much. It wasn't like my life was way better than my friends who had average looks.
He was still working hard, but like he's about to say, like his friends who were just average dudes, average looks, were smashing the same women and just as many women as he was smashing.
Fuck the bad bitches too. It was a little easier for me because girls would kind of like throw themselves at me. The results were the same. As a man, I really believe if you want to exponentially improve your life, all areas, money has way more marginal utility than look.
Didn't we just say that? Money goes way further than looks, bro. Money, having money, earning money. I mean, right away, it just shows that, bro, you're doing something right. Like you are good at something. You're competent at something. And having that money is going to give you confidence. Like you got money, bro. Especially if you got big bread, like fuck you money, throw it in people's face money. Like, bro, I got bread too. What? You know what I'm saying? So that you're going to have a certain amount of confidence with that. And a lot of guys who are like really wealthy, they have that quiet confidence, man. They sit back in the back of the room. These are dudes who are like, bro, I'm so big, you can't even talk to me, right? That you got to be a confident dude when you sitting around like, bro, you can't even talk to me. Not like the Hollywood B-list, C-list acting type. Nah, real like, bro, like that guy makes too much money for you to sit down and talk. He won't even talk to you. That's a lot of confidence right there, man. And what Brandon was talking about with watches, man, he ain't lying. Like the watch I'm wearing right now, man, this is a Citizen's. This is a Citizen's watch, man. Like I can't even remember what type. Wait a minute, there it is. I can't even remember what type of Citizen it is. Right. I just bought it. I think I paid like $300 for this watch. I don't even remember. Bought it on Amazon. Had it shipped to the house. Now I have a long jeans Conquest. It's black with white letters and all that, man. Leather band. Really nice watch. That watch is between $800 and $1,200, right? So I paid just under $1,000 for the one that I have, right? And I have an Oris Carl Bashir, which is it's a rare watch. It's one of so many watches, right? It's for Carl Bashir, which was like the first African-American deep sea diver in the Navy. They did a movie about him, an amazing black man, amazing American, amazing sailor, right? Got his watch. That watch is about $3,500. And like he was saying, the Oris works just as good as this Citizens. And of the three watches that I mentioned, the long G's, that one gets the most attention. That's when I'm wearing that timepiece, people are asking me, what is that? That's a nice watch. Where'd you get that? What is that? Right? I used to have an Omega Speedmaster, was black, just like the long G's, like the Conquest. But more people asked me about the Conquest than they asked about the Speedmaster. So I sold the Speedmaster. Like I moved that one and kept the long G's. It's like, and no one noticed. But so that's the point that Brandon is making. Like these watches are better and they cost more, but like the Omega isn't 3 times as valuable as the Conquest. The long G's, the long jeans is not. It's a little bit. It looks, it's better. It costs more, but it's, what I mean. That's what he's talking about with the looks, man. Omega is definitely underrated, bro. Like Omega is definitely underrated, and I will be coming back to get another Omegas, a couple Omegas that I'm looking at. Just kind of watching the market right now. I think it's gonna, I think everything's gonna change here, probably within the next 8 to 12 months, because things are just got so bad. You know, you saw what happened with Rolex. You know, it's gonna be some opportunities out there. You know what I'm saying? What's good, fam? Brother Penny in the building. What's happening? Please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, man. And like I said, I pinned to the top of the video, guys, to the top of the chat, I pinned the Gumroad. If you want to see all the books I've been working on, bro, go hit that Gumroad link at the top. And matter of fact, we'll hit that link in a minute. Now, you know, you can see all of the ebooks I've been working on, the red pill stuff. Plus, I'm working on a series for if you want to be a comedian, talking about the entertainment business. It's cool. And like the gray market, yeah, Rolexes, man, the bottom fell out of the gray market with the Rolexes, man. So there's some deals out there. If you're a watch person, if you're really a watch person, and you want to try to get yourself some good timepieces, right, we're in the time to go do that. You can get some really nice ones. I stay away from the RMs and all that and the Pateks. That's just too much for me. If you see me grab one of those, that means I'm sitting on a ton of money. But I'm definitely looking to get a Rolex. I'm definitely looking to get a Tudor, and I'm definitely looking to get another Omega. Yeah, man, you'll definitely find a deal. Take your time too, brother. Take your time. Look, when you're out here looking for your watch, man, take your time. You'll find a great deal. But let's get back to the video.
Significantly more. Yeah, you're going to get more girls if you have money. And some people say you're only going to get the gold diggers. You won't get the girls who really like you. I'm not saying be out here just look like a mutant and get rich. But if you look regular and get rich, you'll be fine. You know, looks is not as important to women as it is to guys. It's a thing, but it's not as important. And it's not even close. Listen, how much money you have is going to play a factor in the woman you get, right, whether she's a gold digger or not. Right. All humans, all mammals, right? A fucking dog or a cat. If you put a hut in front of a dog and put a mansion with all the favorite foods in there and shit, if it's got any goddamn sense, the animal's gonna go to the fucking house with the best shit. It doesn't mean that the dog is a gold digger. It just means, hey, it has enough cognitive ability to behave in a rational manner. And then money can do so much more for your life that looks can't. Looks can't feed your family. Looks can't donate to your church or your religious organization. If someone in your family has some medical bills, you can't be like, doctor, I don't have money for this, but look at my jawline. Go ahead and operate on her. It just doesn't work like that. If your kid gets accepted to like a really good college, you can't go to the board of admissions. Hey, listen, we don't have the money for this because I spent it on limb lengthening surgery, but now I'm 6'7". So go ahead and let him in. I promise you, it doesn't work like that. I'm not saying don't care about how you present yourself. You want to be presentable. If you're above a 6 as a dude, a 6 or above, you're straight. Focus on getting money, because the marginal utility of being a 6 and a fucking 10 is not that great. Yeah, it's better to be a 10 than a 6 if you got to pick, but life is not twice as good. I don't know if I was a 10 when I was modeling, but they not putting anybody on fucking billboards and magazines. You know what I'm saying? Just,
I mean, you know, brother Brandon right here is being humble. He's a modest man, which is amazing considering where he came from. You know, you surrounded by super players and all that. He's still humble. Yeah, he was a 10. The guy was a model, bro. Like, so when you compare someone like Brandon Carter to just average folks, like, yeah, that dude over there's a 10. That's the dude that other dudes be like, yeah, go Pretty Ricky over there. You know what I mean? Pretty Ricky, you already know. Like, and everyone a joke. You'll be in there with the, you know what I'm saying, with the hood millionaires, man. You out there with the hood legends, and then you walk in the room, they be like, hey, lock your women down. Here he come, Pretty Ricky in the building, lock your women down. But that's like, they're showing you respect. You're like, come on, man, it ain't even like that, son. It ain't like that. Word, it ain't like that. Whose billboard is that outside? I'm sorry, who was that on that billboard right there? It looks like you, player. Like, oh, you know, that's just work, fun. That's just work. But they know it. Like, come on, bro. And the fact that this guy is like, when you look at someone like Brandon Carter, like, man, he came up, he knows the game. He knows how to hustle. Like he's saying, like, yeah, looks only gonna get you so far. How many women you think he got because he's an attractive man, he's fit and all that? A ton. But like he said, the dudes he's running with, the dudes in the hood, they getting the same chicks, bro. Maybe not as easy, but they're getting them. They're still getting them. Why? Because them dudes got the bread. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go to Mr. Child's, babe? You don't want to go to Carbone's, right? You don't want to go to Broadway and see the opening of whatever is out there? Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, I send the car to pick you up before Uber. Got the limo coming to pick you up before Uber was a thing. Take her out to have a time of her life. What do you think is gonna happen at the end of the night when y'all pull up at the hotel? You got the penthouse suite. What do you think is gonna happen? Come on, bro. You think she gonna? But same thing you said about the dogs and the cats, man. They got any sense? They gonna go up in there. You know what I'm saying? Where the big money at, bro? That's where they gonna go up in at. I have not. I've been looking for his content, man. Like looking, let me take this back. Yes, I've seen his content. I got his page. I even subscribed to his page so I wouldn't lose it, so I can find it again. But I haven't sat down and just watched his content. Because a lot of people are saying, like, no, man, you got to really look at what he's talking about. It makes no sense to me, bro. To me, it's like you might as well be speaking Martian, bro, because I don't understand that either. That is so extreme, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm just looking at the flip side to that. Because if you do get the fine women that you're looking for, right? When she gets inside your space and see what you're doing to yourself, bro, I'm telling you, that comes off weird. You're going to lose her. You're going to lose her. But you're going to get more. He's promoted using hammers. Yeah, we just did a video on that. Braden, a content creator called Braden, did the 30-day challenge when he was beating his face with a hammer, bro. That's crazy. Using hammers. Yeah, bro, and all the drugs that they're using, man, to change your face. That's dangerous advice, bro. Just like you said, man, it's extreme. So it's like any young guy who might see this, or if you guys know any young guys, man, send them this video. You don't need to do any of that, man. Like taking the steroids, bro. Like you don't need to do meth. Jesus, man, this dude he's off the chain, man.
Objectively, I had physical attributes that people found appealing. And I was still kind of broke as a professional male model. And my life wasn't great. I was living in the hood. I wasn't great. Yeah, there was some bad bitches and shit, but it wasn't great. I couldn't help my mother out. My father had killed himself when I was in my early 20s. And I had to take care of my whole family, my mom, my sister. And couldn't pay the bills with my looks, man. If you were a girl, you can pay the bills with your looks. You can figure that out. There's lots of different avenues for that. Here's what you do. You don't have to break the bones in your face and cover it with makeup. What you should do, hey man, make sure your skin is clear. Go to a dermatologist. If you got acne and shit, get a good haircut, wear clothes that fit. You don't even need expensive clothes. If you get in great shape, bro, everything looks good on you. Like you don't even need designer shit. Get lean, because then you'll have the jawline. All that, you don't have to fucking mew. You don't have to do anything obscure or wacky. If you lose weight, what's going to happen is your face is going to lean up. I noticed because, when I bulk, for whatever reason, my face gets fat first, and I be looking like an emoji. You know what I'm saying? I look like a minion. I'm not mogging anyone when I'm bulking. I'm 43, man. Forgive me if I use the young people slang wrong. And then when I get cut, oh shit. All you gotta do is get lean, get a haircut that's presentable, get clothes that fit, and you're done. And you don't have.
And bro, like Brandon Carter's an extreme example, man. The guys, you can look at him, man. The dude's, he's the guy, especially when it comes to fitness. Got the abs, got the packs, got everything, bro. Handsome fella. Even in his old age. I'm older than him. I got 10 years on him, easy, maybe a little more. You know what I mean? So, but fellas, you don't even have to look like Brandon Carter. Like, well, I got to lean up. I got to be like Brandon Carter. Like, nah, man, just look athletic. Just look athletic is enough, bro. When a woman grabs your arm, like she touches your arm and she can feel that, oh, this dude does stuff. That ain't as simple as that. Be a baseball player, bro, basketball, like just a runner. Just look athletic. You don't have to have the six-pack. The six-pack helps. Even if you got like a three-pack, it helps. Like you got an outline of your abs. You know what I'm saying? Like you have some tone. That's all it really takes, man. I think my buddy Ty Barnett, and he had a routine he talked about. He's like, oh, I just want to be shirtless sexy. It's like when you take your shirt off and it's just like just the moonlight or the street lights coming through the window and it hits you just the right way. He's like shirtless sexy, right? Which is one of his bits. Was one of Ty Barnett, bro. Go check out Ty Barnett, man. I think his Instagram is the comedian Ty Barnett, I believe. You just put Ty Barnett in, it'll come up on YouTube. One of the funniest comics out there, y'all. So that's my brother. That's my homeboy. So, but that's all you really need, man. You don't even have to get crazy. These dudes will listen to what Brandon Carter just said. They're like, okay, I'm not gonna bone smash and I'm not gonna take steroids and meth. But I'm gonna get super lean. And then they go 110% into this lean thing. And then they stop eating and they start doing all this crazy stuff. And it's like, nah, even Brandon Carter said, I didn't say do all that, bro. Just just work out, man. Do your push-ups, do your sit-ups, do your running or your walking. You know what I mean? Just play your basketball, man. Play your softball, kickball, whatever you're doing. Just look lean. I'm sorry, just look fit. That's all you gotta do. Just look fit. And then you buy your clothes or whatever, and you know, you can buy your stuff off the rack at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that. You can go to Burlington Coat Factory, go there, buy your stuff, and then take it and get it altered to fit you, and boom, you're good, man. I've done that. I've taken clients like, hey, man, like, I need to buy a suit. He looking at me, hey, man, how much you pay for that suit? I'm like, this one, I think this one's $1,200. I bought this years ago. Oh, I got to go buy a $1,200 suit? No, man, no, we're going over here to Burlington Coat Factory, fam. Going to Burlington Coat Factory, over there to the suits. Which one you like? What color should I get? Get a black one, a brown one, you know, a gray one, you know, just whichever one, just get you one. Just pick one. 3-piece if you can find one. They get that, man, pay for it. You know what I mean? Take it over to the cleaners. They got like the little alterations lady, put the suit on. She does the alterations, bro, like hem it up, bring it in a little bit, however they want to do it. Bam. Looks like he's wearing a $5,000 suit, man. Just bought it off the rack over the, right across the street at Burlington Coat Factory, bro. Couple $100, man. For $200, you can buy a suit, some shoes, some socks, man, a pocket square, maybe a belt, right? Depending on where you go. For $200, for $500, I can definitely get you into like 3 nice outfits for $500, right? You just go into different stores. We get great deals. Right? It doesn't cost a lot. And that's all you need. You don't need to beat your face with a hammer, bro. Like Brother Pitney was saying, man. Like, I'm gonna have to look at his stuff, man. But I saw that beating himself with a blunt object. And he has no game. Like he's a social outcast, man. I heard him on Fresh and Fit talking to people like he has no experiences. He's 20. When I was his age, bro, I was already a paratrooper. I already gone to war. I had stories. And I was in the hood. I had stories. By age 20, I had stories. This kid's 19, 20 years old, man. He got no stories, but he's bringing in money. And he's got these, I'm sorry, I hate to say it this way, but he got these weirdos following him, man. He's like the Pied Piper of weirdos. And this is why the old heads are coming out trying to warn you young dudes, man, y'all don't need to do all that. You don't want to listen to me? Listen to Brandon Carter.
To max out your looks. If you're a fucking 3 and you can get to 6, your life will be substantially better. But going from 6 to 8, 9, 10, your life will not improve enough to make it worth it. Especially spending like the homie Clav, he's spending, I don't know, thousands and thousands of dollars on this shit. I don't think it's a wise investment. Maybe it's for him because he's built a brand off of it and he does coaching for glowing people up. So if it's part of your business, I guess I get it. But you don't have to do all that shit. The marginal utility is not worth it. Let's say all you care about is girls. Like you don't even care about all the other benefits from money. Yo, if you want girls, money, status, then looks. And it's probably in that order. Status changes things, but you can buy status. Like that's why they got things like status symbols, you know? I know a few YouTubers over the last few years who started with almost nothing, but they had a lot of money and they just fucking paid a YouTube team and they boosted their shit with ads. Now they got million subscribers on YouTube, over 1 million Instagram followers. I mean, they had good content, but they paid for it. And I don't mean buying subscribers or buying followers, but just boosting this shit so more people can see it. You know, you can run ads to get followers on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like you can buy status. Status can be.
You can absolutely buy status, man. I know that you know, I've been studying and looking at, you know, social media management. I've just kind of been looking at that's one of the things that I'm like, let me look at this. I've been doing this YouTube thing for 4 years. Let me kind of look at this because I've never been looking at it like I've never bought ads or anything like that, right? So where's that one time I bought subscribers from some Colombian dude because I was impatient trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think I bought like 100 subscribers or something like that. I even asked Fresh about it. Fresh was like, nah, don't do that, but I'd already done it. He was like, nah, it's gonna mess you up. And Fresh was right. To this day, YouTube goes through and removes subscribers from my platform, even though I mean I didn't buy any, you know what I mean? But I did that, and it was a mistake. But again, money you could do that. You can buy that. I was looking at ads. You know, when you talk to the pros, when you talk to the social media managers, bro, if you're really serious about growing your platform, I mean, you're looking at spending up to $3,000 a month just in ad buys throughout the different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. $3,000 a month just on ads. Now that should really gin up your page, but that's $3,000 a month, bro. Like $3,000, $36,000 a year. So if you're doing something like that, like, oh, that's a serious decision, but that's low end. That's low end. Like when you talk, okay, what's bare bones minimum? If someone was to hire me and wanted me to give them some advice on that, I'm like, you're looking at $1,200 to $1,500. Bare bone. That's between 3 platforms. That would be Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You're looking at 3,000. We could do it for about $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Damn. Right? When you just in this, that's running ads 3 to 5 days a week, and you're gonna do that, for about 3 or 4 weeks. It's crazy, but that's what it is. And yes, you're right about that, bro. Once you buy subs, your accounts, they must get flagged. You know what I mean? And you're always monitoring, even after the audit removes the subs. You're right. You're absolutely right, bro. So when I was saying, oh man, they flagged me because I'm red pill, like, nah, they probably did it because I bought a cup, 100, maybe it was 150 subscribers from some Colombian dude. It was actually a woman that I know that introduced me to the guy. And yeah, you're right about that. And I wish I had asked Fresh before I made the purchase. If I had asked Fresh first, I wouldn't have done it. I asked him right after I made the purchase, and he told me, and I shut it down right away, but it didn't matter. It did not matter, man. Did not matter. So, I mean, we live and we learn. I share that with people now. Like, people come like, should I buy subscribers, like a subscriber form? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll get caught. AI will definitely seek you out and get you caught. But anyway, the point still remains. If you have money, you can buy those things. You can take that shortcut. You can make that investment in yourself and see the return right away, and not break the rules. And that's all he's saying. But looks ain't going to help you. If all you are is handsome, bro, that's nice that you're handsome and all, but we need $3,000 every month for the next 8 months. Go find the money. The next 12 months, go find the money. Just because you're pretty it ain't gonna happen like that. So that's what Brandon Carter is talking about.
Well, so that's why money's got to go first. If you got enough money, you can go on the biggest podcast right now. If you got enough money, you can go on Diary CEO tomorrow. If you got enough money, you can go on Fresh and Fit. If you got enough money, you can go on fucking any of these podcasts, get popular, right? And a lot of these guys did that to grow their following, and they got real.
And for the record, I did not pay to go on Fresh and Fit. I was just down with the team, and Myron asked me to come to talk about being an FAA air traffic controller and how to apply for that. So that was organic, didn't pay for that. And any platform you see me on, I did not pay for it. A lot of content creators need content. So if you see me on someone's platform, I didn't pay. I don't do that. But it would make sense if you're sitting on a bunch of money. If you're playing with a $5 million budget and you're really trying to just get there and get your platform out there, yeah, with $5 million, bro, yeah, we can holler at Valuetainment. We can get on PBD's podcast. We can get on Fresh and Fit. We can get on whatever podcast. We can get people to join our. We can get an interview with Brandon Carter. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's all about money, but it'll give us the opportunity to show up at some events that he's a part of, strike up a conversation. Next thing you know, boom, we got we're doing an interview. So a lot of times you don't use the money for direct access, but the money will get you indirect access. Like, I spent a lot of money and a lot of time in Miami just being around people. But I met Myron, I met Fresh, I met Donovan Sharp, you know what I mean? I met PBD, Patrick Bet David, got to sit down and have talks with these people. I met people I didn't even want to meet just because I was around them. You know what I mean? What's the name of the weirdo? Remember the guy that tried to fight HS Tiki Taki? What's the name of the weirdo dude? I met him. Didn't want to, but he was there. We were all having dinner. I met Mike Rashad, cool guy. You know what I mean? Just meeting people and getting to interact with folks. So yeah, if you're working with a multi-million-dollar budget, yeah, you can get Dr. Ryan Taraban, bro. You can get James Sexton, man. You probably get Rich Cooper, right? You can definitely get Adam 20 Adam 22 or whatever, like you get so much access, and then that will bring you around other people and more access. You can, you know, speaking of access, you got $5 million to go to Vegas, bro. You can go to one of Michael Sertain's events, boom. Now you're on Access Vegas. So yeah, money is definitely the number one thing. And it's like, well, even when Zerka, thank you, brother. Yeah, Zerka. I met Zerka, bro. What a bro. Like I said, you're gonna meet people. I met Pearl. I had a conversation with Pearl. You know what I mean? I met shoot, what is his name? What's the name of the brother, the English brother? He's been doing this forever, walks around and just talks about you know, like approaching women and stuff like that. I met him. I'm sorry, I can't think of his name right now. That's what happens when you get old. You know what I mean? Like you know, you have to be focused to remember certain things. But I met him. Real cool dude. Man, I can see his face. I just can't think of his name right now, but real cool dude. And then you meet all of their people, like you meet their teams. You know what I mean? You're meeting Big Mo and Chris and Bills and all them, and then all the girls. Bro, man, it takes what it takes, man. Sotomayor, I met Tommy Sotomayor, you know what I mean? I met him, you know what I mean? Got to chop it up with him. Like, had a really good conversation with him. So if you have the money can get you into the spaces that you need to be in, so you can talk to who you need to talk to. And again, you moving and you shaking with high value guys, top tier teams. There are women everywhere, bro. There are women everywhere, and they all want to talk to you. They see who you talking with. They want to talk to you. I was at a party. I was at my homeboy's party a couple years ago, a holiday party. Will Golson had a party, and I'm there, and I'm talking to Will, and he's introducing me to everybody, and we just doing our thing. And like, you know, I'm keeping my eye on him because that's what I do when we're at parties, making sure everything is cool. And I had women coming up to me I didn't even know, and they're like, "Man, who are you? Like, who are you?" Not King Rich's, Troy Francis. That's what I was thinking about. Troy Francis. I met Troy Francis, real cool dude. Real cool dude. King Rich's, man. Yeah, I got to I've never met King Rich's face to face, but we're, you know, DMing back and forth. So, but again, money gets you into these positions, and then from there, it's your personality and your understanding of the game that gets you to the next level. Because Vickler doesn't have any of that. So he'll meet folks, you got in there, and then it's like, okay, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. Women don't need anything else. Like, it's kind of like what Dr. B was saying. Women don't need anything else. She's just fine. She's fit. She's fine. She's friendly. She don't really need nothing else, bro. Like, she can lock it down with that. But a dude, you fit, fine, and friendly and homeless, bro. Ain't nobody letting you in the house. Get your butt outside. And if you manage to get in somewhere, the women, they will size you up quickly. They will size you up quickly and realize, oh, this is a nobody, and they move on. And then they tell all the other women, like, oh, yeah, he's a nobody. Girl, but he's so hot. He's so fine, whatever. You want to go smash him, but he's nothing. He's a nobody. Right? That happens in Hollywood all the time. So money is definitely at the top. And underneath money, I put game, understanding. To me, game is understanding. So that I'll put that number 2.
Popular really fast. Now they have the status too, right? Because status is a thing. I've seen it. Yo, if you got a lot of status and you come around a girl, man, she starts crying between her legs, man. I promise you that. Looks help, but they don't help enough to put that much time and effort in. I just see guys spending too much time LooksMaxxing. There might be a point of diminishing returns when it comes to women. Because if you look like you're putting a lot of effort in your appearance, not a lot of women are going to be into that, man. They're going to feel like you doing some motherfucking lame shit. This motherfucker too girly. I think there's a point of diminishing returns. And if you're putting that much effort into looking pretty, it doesn't come off as masculine. I'm not saying that you aren't masculine if you a pretty motherfucker putting all your time, energy, and money into looking as beautiful as possible, but it doesn't come off that way. You want it to appear effortless, at least. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's just a point of diminishing returns. I'd rather you focus on your money, man. You can money mog a hot motherfucker and get the same results and probably better results. Because think about the fucking hottest girls you know. They typically not with the most beautiful guys in the world. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them, right? Kim Kardashian, who she met? Kanye West. Listen, man, it's hard for me to judge guys. Maybe Kanye West is mogging motherfuckers, you know? Maybe I got the game fucked up. Was in my eyes, he had super high status. Everybody knows Kanye West. Your grandma knows Kanye West, right? Super high status, Grammy-winning artist, fucking billionaire. He ended up with Kim Kardashian. So even with women, to get the fucking top tier women, like, it's money, man. If you don't have money, you don't even have exposure to the hottest women in the world because you're not in the fucking circles. Money will change your life more than anything, and money also will change your family's life. If you do it right, you get enough money, it's going to change your children's and their children's generational wealth. You get what I'm saying? You can't pass down generational LooksMaxxing. Well, I guess you can if you fuck like the hottest bitch and then mix her fucking hot DNA with your fucking regular DNA. But you know what I mean. Focus on getting the money. Hey, if you want to learn how you can make some more money, I got a free guide to show you how to make your first 5K as an online trainer. That's how I made my first $1 million. I've taught over 15,000 people how to grow their online fitness business too. If you want to learn how for free, click the link in the description, download that link. It's a free guide.
Right there, man. Yeah, definitely go out and get his book. It's free. Go check out his book. See what he's talking about, man. He's living the life, bro. Like, he's down there. Trust me, he ain't living the lifestyle he's living just based on his looks, bro. He's doing something right. And there's not a lot of people out there calling him a fraud. And, he's hanging out with people that catches a lot of heat that, might be into some fraudulent shit, but he's not. So at least I haven't seen anything. And if you see anything, let me know. But I look forward to the day I get to, actually meet Brandon Carter. Like, again, I went back and forth, sent super chats, you know what I mean? So you had that kind of thing. I've never DM'd or anything like that, but it's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure sometime in 2026, I'll bump into him. We've worked with mutual people. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time. But, shout out to the guy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. And I'm here to tell y'all, bro, like, this LooksMaxxing thing is not it. These young guys are placing way too much on looks. And, Brandon Carter ain't lying to y'all, bro. Everything he said is 100% on point. He ain't lying, man. Like, this looks only gets you so far. It only gets you so far. It definitely, it could get you in the door and all that, but when the women do come, and if you don't have the bread, right? If you don't have the bread, they're going to dump you so fast, bro. They're going to move on so quick. You're going to be like, oh, he's a nobody. So if you don't have the bread, you got to have the game. You got to have the game to keep them around. I was at my best when I was broke. And, like, was I a handsome young fella? Yes. Like, was I a male fitness model? Hell no. You know what I mean? But did I have the understanding? Did I have the game? 100%. 100%. I knew what it was. And I ran my game, and I was heartless, bro. I didn't care. I was really on that. And I was very successful. Very successful. I didn't begin to have problems until actually I started making money. I started making money, and I slowed down. Like, my game, I wasn't out there running like that no more. I slowed down. I'm out of the streets, bro. I'm out of that life. I'm working a regular career, not a job. I got a career. I'm making 6 figures plus, bro. I'm in LA. And I slowed down, and that's when I began to encounter my issues. And those issues were really me. I should have just stuck to my game, but I didn't. You know what I mean? And whatever happened, that was on me. But when I was broke and hungry, oh my gosh, I had nothing but dimes around me. Nothing but dimes. And I wasn't taking them nowhere nice. It was ice cream dates and breakfast, bro. That's what I did. Breakfast and ice cream dates. And then I would take them to the range. I would take them to the range, show them how to shoot a weapon. They love that, bro. But want to go out with me? Let's go get some ice cream. Or you can come by the crib. Just come by the crib, bring something with you. I was doing that. They come by the crib, you know what I'm saying? And it was on. So it was all game. I wasn't sitting around, just beat myself in the face with a hammer. Who does that, man? You young boys, man, cut that out, man. Learn how to talk to people. Get over your approach and anxiety. I got a book on that. As a matter of fact, man, let's look at the Gumroad, man. Let's look at the Gumroad. Here we go. So if you go to the Gumroad, man, it takes you to the top, and there's a lot of text you got to scroll through. And it talks about all the things that I'm going to be doing, you know, courses on credit, courses on, you know, how to support your military service member as a family member, how to overcome approach anxiety. We're going to do some more on that. But you scroll down, and then you get down here to the books, man. Understanding hypergamy and the Disney fairy tale with the first two. You know, why good guys struggle, the 80-20 rule. That's a separate book. We got the challenge of dating modern women. I like that one. That was a really good one. The dating game, the business of the red pill, right? Hitting the wall. And a lot of times when people like you see these, bro, you know, courage is rewarded. This is talking about starting a family in today's world, man. Simpletons destroyed the game. I got one in here on Passport Bros. I think it's a really good one. The child support trap, you know, how the system works and why it feels unfair. I sent this one to this is Shaw. He read it. He was like, yo, this is good, bro. I've got some good feedback, guys. And then down here, of course, we have how to be a stand-up comic, becoming a stand-up comic. Book 1. Book 2 is about networking and comedy and all that. Book 3, we just finished this. It's about that party life, man, and what to look out for that. Book 4 is coming. I'm working on book 4 right now. Right. So that's the Gumroad, man. The link's at the top. I pinned the link to Gumroad, man. You know, this is the best way to support the channel, especially with the red pill stuff, man. And if you do buy the books, man, first of all, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're growing it. We're making videos. There's going to be companion videos. Eventually, we're going to have a locals. I'm definitely going to start a locals. I was looking at Patreon. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with locals. Brother Pitton, if you're still here, man, and what do you think about that? Dr. B, what do you think about that? I'm thinking about, instead of going with Patreon, I'm going to go with locals. I like locals because you could do so much more with locals and with the videos and stuff like that. You know, it's less restriction. It's less restrictive. Like, we can actually be on locals and we can watch Snatch on locals and not have to worry about all the copyright stuff. And we're not doing it to make money off of it. We're just watching it so I can show you guys my favorite movie. And this is why I think it's my favorite movie. Same thing with The Gentleman. Same thing with Man on Fire. You know, when we talk about movies, you guys know I'm a movie guy. And the entertainment stuff, the stand-up stuff is, we're going to talk about writing. We touched on writing a little bit, but we're going to get into script writing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go with locals. I'm going to go with locals, bro. And thank you, bro. You're like, locals is cool. That's cool. And Dr. B was like, I mean, if a chick is a bad chick, but she's broke. Oh yeah, we talked about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's only goes so far. Definitely repeating, and that's worth repeating. If a chick is bad, bro, I've seen women who were so beautiful that I was like, yo, she could just stay home. If I ran my piece, bro. As soon as I saw her, bro. I mean, as soon as I saw, I done seen a couple beautiful women. I seen right away. Holla, 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 holla. Because you never know, bro. Y'all feel me? You never know if she's with it or not. And I was just like, it was just holla, 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 bro. As soon as I saw her, holla, holla, holla. Right? And another thing too, you young guys got to realize, like, you're doing all these things because you want to get attention. Like, I get it. You guys are invisible. You're in the bottom 80. You're invisible to most women. I get it. And you're trying to be seen. Okay, fine. All right, you beat yourself in the face with a hammer, like you take steroids, you do all this other crazy stuff, whatever it is you're doing, right? She finally sees you. Then what? Then what? Like, you got to have a plan, bro. This is Tom Clancy has a book, and it just I just love the title. The book is called The Tiger's Teeth. And I think the tagline for it, like, if you grab a tiger by his tail, you better have a plan for his teeth, right? And that's one of those things, like, the woman is the tiger. You grabbing her by her tail. She can see you now. And she's going to turn around, bro. You got a plan for them teeth? Do you have a plan for her? What are you going to say to her? How you going to holler at her? How you going to act? How you going to handle it when her friends come at you, right? Is her friend trying to get you for real? Is her friend trying to set you up to mess up, you know what I mean, to get at her girlfriend? Like, what's going on? Like, you got to be able to see the problem coming, bro. And these guys, they don't work on that. I'm just going to change my looks. I'm going to go out and then I'm going to meet some women. Yep, you sure are. You are going to meet women. They're going to come up to you and they're going to look at you and you're going to look at them with the same look they give you. To me, it's like these LooksMaxxing guys are the same as the quote unquote dumb blonde. That is our version of the dumb blonde. it's like she ain't got nothing to say. She ain't got really nothing in her head. She ain't really did nothing. She has no stories, right? But this guy, he the same. This Clive dude, he ain't got no stories. He ain't did anything with his life. I can remember sitting down with women, and most guys are like, man, these chicks went into nobody. They're just sitting around. They don't like what they see in the room, whatever, just 3 dimes, right? And I walk up to them, start chopping it up or whatever, just sitting and talking, start telling stories, making them giggle. They got loose, whatever, got them around just to show like, I ain't tripping, get them around, right? Got them around the drinks and just told a couple stories. And one of the girls was like, yeah, my uncle served in the military. Like, word, I was in the army. I was a paratrooper. Were you? My father's, my father, my uncle, whatever. They said those paratrooper guys are crazy. Like, he ain't lying to you. You better run now, girl. You've been warned. And then they start touching you. You so silly. It's on. It's on. You got her attention, bro. All she wants to be is entertained, right? You got her attention. You think Clive can do that? Right? You think some dude who spent, the past 6 months beating his face with a hammer, you think he can do that? You think the dude who just took some meth so his cheeks will look thinner can do that? Hey, what story is he going to tell? Oh, let me tell you about yesterday when I was out talking to my drug dealer trying to get some, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get some amphetamine so I can make my cheeks look, what do my cheeks look like? And these women going to look at him like, did he just say he took methamphetamines for his cheeks? They moving on. So, bro, that is so crazy, man. I just can't believe that guys are doing this. You guys are focused on the wrong thing. And all of the old school dudes are talking about it, man. All the old school dudes are talking about it. Don't do this. That's what all of the old guys are saying. Like, man, don't do this. Like, what are you talking about? LooksMaxxing. What are you talking about? Don't do it. It's dangerous. Right? It's so dangerous, bro. Let's find. I'm trying to find one more just short one. People call it cringe or whatever, like what they're doing. I mean, just it's self-mutilation is what it is, bro. It's self-mutilation. And once you do it, again, if you don't like you look at the dudes out there, bro. You look at these guys out here, the fitness guys, and the guys are all buffed or whatever. Austin Dunham being one of them. Austin's a smart guy. He's a handsome guy, been handsome, his whole adult life, and he's been able to leverage that so he can get on with women. But because women come to him and he leans on his looks so much, it's like, what happens when his looks are gone? He's facing the same issues that women face. Like when they hit the wall and when they get out of their 20s, what happens when your looks fade? Now, Austin, dude's like, I got bread. You know what I mean? I built this empire. I got money. So he's going to be all right. You look at Brandon Carter. He figured it out. He's going to be all right. But a lot of these dudes, it's just like you're doing this LooksMaxxing thing. And, what are you going to do when your looks run out, bro? What are you going to do when women are no longer attracted to the jawline? And the other thing, too, if all the guys are doing this, let's say that LooksMaxxing works, which it doesn't, but let's say it does. And all the guys out there, all the bottom 80 dudes are doing it. So they all got the hunter eyes. They got the jawline, right? They're all wearing makeup. They're all beating themselves in the face with a hammer, right? So all of the dudes are out there. You just lost your edge. Now you bottom 80 dudes are all handsome, but you're still in the bottom 80 because you don't have what it takes to make it up to that top 20 to be the dude that they really want. You just handsome. All of them are handsome. So now the girls is like, it ain't enough. So what do they do then? Is that why Clive is breaking his legs so he can be taller? Well, okay, I'm handsome and I'm tall. Hey, bro, you can't get around it. This isn't a real cheat code. Like, you can't get around it. Right? You just can't get around it, man. And I was trying to find some videos, man, but they're all too long. Dude's taking crystal meth to hollow out his cheeks. That's insane. Don't do it. That's all I can say, man. Don't do it. Like, don't do it. You know what I mean? I can't say anything other than just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm done. I don't have anything. I was kind of scanning through looking for some videos, bro. I don't have anything else. Here's the LooksMaxxing video. It's 2 minutes long. Let's look at this one. Hold on. Let's look at this one. We'll pull it up.
First, your body. Stick to the basics. Push, pull.
All right. Let me try to pull this up. There it is. All right. Let's watch this, man.
First, your body. Stick to the basics. Push, pull, legs. For a workout routine, screenshot this. Train harder than the last time. Calculate your calories. And progress weekly. Now look in the mirror. Be closer to a twig or a marshmallow. If you're too skinny, screenshot this and bulk up. Screenshot this. Start cutting. Always remember, lean is life. Not sure of either? Use my model building diet and screenshot this. Now let's talk about your face. Because if it looks like it's been through the spin cycle of a washing machine, we've got work to do. Skincare. Keep it simple. Cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. Add retinol if you want to reverse time. For jawline definition, chew mastic gum like your life depends on it. Pair that with a low body fat percentage and a low taper fade, and suddenly you're a PSL's wet dream. Facial hair. If you can grow a stubble or a full beard, great. If it's prepubescent, shave it or use minoxidil. Now the hair on your head. Experiment with styles until you find one that matches your face shape. And if you've been cucked by your genetics, either embrace the bold or book a trip to Turkey. Eyebrows need to be aesthetic too. If they're sparse, minoxidil. If they're invisible, dye them. Same goes for your wardrobe. Ditch the baggy clothes and go for well-fitted essentials. Stick to neutral colors. They're timeless and make you look like you've got your life together. Let's talk teeth. Whitening strips and aligners like Invisalign can take your smile from harassment to flirting with minimal effort. Hard maxing. Microneedling and PRP are game changers for smoother skin. Want to go further? Consider laser treatment for scars and hyperpigmentation. If your lower third is cooked, jawline implants or buccal fat removal will ascend your entire face. Surgery. Don't go there. Yet. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your father. Botox and fillers can enhance, but harmony is everything. Use these tools wisely, or you look like a certified gay alien. Let's talk recovery, because none of this works if you're widowy running on White Monster and Zins. Get 8 or more hours sleep, non-negotiable. And hydrate like your life depends on it. It's the easiest way to keep your skin glowing. But what if I'm not motivated? Well, you might need a coach. Just send me 3 crippling payments of $5 gazillion, and I'll make sure to ghost you faster than your ex. Subscribe for more advanced LooksMaxxing tips, more get past self, and I'll see you in the next one.
Right.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Roy.
All right. Well, there you have it. You don't have to do any of that, fellas. You really don't. Just get your game right. But this is what they're doing. This is what these young kids are doing. You don't have to do any of that, fellas. And even the dude we were just looking at, you look at the dude like, oh, he's a handsome fella and all that. Yep, because he's doing all that stuff, bro. The average dude who has game and a little bit of money can take his women. I mean, it's not even like they're trying. Any woman is after this dude for his looks will leave this guy to go after some dude who has game and a story to tell. And it's not even like that guy's trying to take his women. Those women will just gravitate towards the bigger mass, man. It's just like this dude is Mercury and a guy with game is Jupiter. And Jupiter is just going to catch more satellites, bro. It's just how it works. It's just going to be more people spinning around that mass. And dude, I see it all the time. I'll be out like, bro, when we have these events, man, I'll show up, and talk to guys. And once they get comfortable, man, they'll bring it up and they'll talk. Well, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get this surgery. I'm going to do that. I'm a skin routine. What's your routine? I'm just laughing. I'm like, are you serious? I ain't got no skincare routine, man. Cut that out. And then they'll see someone like me or some young dude with game, someone like Lucario walk up and talk to women and be just shocked. It's like they're watching a magic trick. Like she's talking to you. She's actually going home with you. Yeah. I'm at the W, bro. She's coming back to the W with us. Or she's coming back to the W with me. Or you'll see her at the next event. Yeah, that's her. And it just blows their mind. How did you do that? Because I know how to talk to people, bro. I understand the game. I understand the way. I understand what's going on. It doesn't matter how you look. It's like Brandon Carter said, man, diminishing returns on them looks, bro. If you're a handsome dude and, you know, like that guy who got locked up, you remember that guy that got locked up and they showed his book, his photo, like his mugshot or whatever, and women went crazy, or just like the dude that's sitting down now for that deletion in New York, the Luigi guy. Women are going crazy over that dude. That dude ain't sitting around smashing his face with a hammer, right? You know what I mean? That's just some dude out there who's wilding, and women are crazy for him. Women were crazy for that dude's mugshot with the crazy eyes. He went on from that picture. He went on to have a career in modeling, got him a couple dimes or whatever. I wonder what happened to that dude, man. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And you can do that, man. What's happening, fam? Good to see you. K3MP 4th. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just take care of your, it's basic, take care, you know, get the oils out, get the grease out. If you want to go get a facial, get a facial. I was seeing someone years and years ago, that's her routine was crazy. And she was like, come on. And she would actually jump on top of me while I'm sleeping and attack me and start clearing out my pores. Man, that hurt. But she's like, oh, you got pretty pores. Let me get that. Let me get that. She's just making the little pus come out or whatever, like getting the blackheads out. Let me get that. She was just obsessed with it. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? It was like a little chihuahua messing with a, you know what I mean, Rottweiler. It's like, I'm like, stop, leave me alone. She's like, I'm almost finished. Quit squirming. Quit your belly ache. It was hilarious. We'd go through this once a week. You know, and then when our relationship was over, I never did that again. But that was the thing. Like, you want to go get, you know, if you want to take care of that, that's fine. But you ain't got to have a glow. You're trying to have a soul glow, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, show enough. You know, when you have that red glow, like shown up, the Shogun of Harlem. Am I the prettiest? Shown up. Am I the meanest? That who you trying to be? Nah, man, you definitely want to take care of yourself, though. It's just basic hygiene, man. Get some good cologne. Get clothes that fit. Don't have to be high end. You know, think about it. Look at someone like Fresh, man. I use Fresh a lot because a lot of people who watch my content know who he is. Fresh is nowhere near handsome, bro. But that man knows how to talk to women. He's, like I said, he's mastered the art of letting them talk. I've sat there and watched him do it. I sat there and watched. We were in Vendome, as a matter of fact. We were in Vendome, just kicking it, networking, just whatever. And I sat there and I watched every bottle girl that was working that night come over and holler at Fresh. Every last one of them women knew who he was. And they were fine. Every last one of them came to holler. I'm like, yo, Fresh, what's the deal? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm working my way through. He was getting every last one of them. They were taking their time. One to come holler at him, leave. And another one come holler at him, leave. They go back to work. Another one come holler at him. I'm like, damn, bro. Now, people will argue, well, you know, Fresh is a networker and he's a podcaster and he's driving the exotic cars and all that. Yeah. But he still got to go talk to these women. He know how to talk to the women. People like Clive, they don't know how to talk to the women, bro. So they ain't gonna go anywhere. You're gonna have to get your game under control. Get some game. Yeah, man. Please don't bone smash. Tell your friends not to bone smash. Like, I'm a pacifist. Yeah, bro. Sure enough. You know what I mean? I'm the baddest low down all around this town. Y'all don't need to bone smash, man. Yeah, take care of your face. That's the hygiene stuff. I ain't got a problem with that. Wear a beard or don't wear a beard. You know what I mean? Brush your teeth. That kind of stuff, bro. Like, just have a style about yourself, man. And go out. Like I said, do away with the baggy clothes. But think about the baggy clothes, man. Think about the Pookies and the Ray Rays. They still get girls, bro. Constantly get girls. They get them. Yeah, they're getting like the bottom, you know what I mean? They're getting, you know, they're not getting 8, 9s, and 10s. Every now and then they might stumble on one. They're getting like, you know, 3s, 2s, 3s, and 4s mostly, but they got a lot of them. And if your mission is to smash, they smashing. You know, they're getting chicken heads. They're getting girls with horrible attitudes. Yeah, but they getting them. They getting them. Right? And if your goal is just to get girls, still, you don't have to smash your face with a hammer. Just have a little bit of game. Know how to approach. Right? You look better. Honestly, you look better doing the pickup stuff, man, doing the mystery method. I think I have it. I thought I had it. Yeah. Bro, you look better doing this, guys. Get this book. If you're trying to figure it out, man, get this book, man. Get the mystery method and do this stuff. Don't go around smashing your face. This is better. That's what Clav should get. Clav, whatever his name is, Clavicular or whatever he is. Get that book. Read that book. Do some pickup. Because it's sloppy, but it works. I mean, it works. And you don't need to be Alex from Playing with Fire. Like that dude ain't handsome. Like that dude is average. What do we say over here, bro? Like, we go on that scale 0 to 10, bro. Most of us fall between 4, 5, and 6, right? 5 is the median. Most of us are one step below the median, or one step above the median. That's where most people fall, 4, 5, and 6. I was Alex with his height. I think his height pushing probably at a 6. This dude's over 6 feet or whatever, right? So let's pull him up. Let's pull up Playing with Fire, man. Maybe we'll end with that. You know what I mean? And it's the stuff that they do, bro, works. But you're just running a numbers game. And the dudes with the money, like the guys who are out here doing LooksMaxxing, at the end of the day, you're just running numbers, bro. You're just running numbers. It's the same thing that the pickup guys are doing. It's the same thing that all of us men are doing, bro. If you talk to 100 women, you'll probably get 20 of them to be interested in you. And of that 20, you might smash 4 or 5. That is just the numbers, bro. So if you know that in order for me to smash 5 women, I got to talk to 100 women, but you better get out there and start talking to 100 women. You know what I mean? I did see that, man. I talked about it. Getting banned from all the entertainment companies in America, bro. I saw that, man, talking about Myron and Sneeko. And when it, because Brandon Carter did a video on that. The Tates were there, Fuentes was there, and it makes sense to me. Myron and Sneeko don't go out and network at that level, man. Like Sneeko is just he's just like the grandmaster of trolls. That's all Sneeko is doing these days, man. He's just trolling. He's trolling whoever. That's just how he moves. That's how he makes his money. Myron is trying his best to be some sort of martyr, man. This First Amendment martyr. And it's Fresh was on Fresh is in Vegas, man. I saw him on Access Vegas last night talking to Rolo and talking to Certain about that night. And Mike was letting him know, like, man, that's crazy, man. That song that they were playing, this and that. And Fresh was giving, a detailed breakdown on what really went down. Because Fresh ain't really on that. That's not his thing, man. Dude's not trying to be a part of that martyrdom that Myron, that crash out thing. And Fresh networks. If Fresh got kicked out of all of the nightclubs and bars and restaurants and stuff like that in America, bro, it will stop its ability to earn. And Fresh right away did Damage Control. Go check it out. It was on Access Vegas last night. Fresh was talking about it. And it made sense to me because I remember watching that and I'm looking at the footage, the clips. I'm like, where's Fresh? Right? Where's Fresh? I'm watching. I'm like, they're in Vendome. The only way they got in there would have been through Fresh. Myron doesn't go out. And this ain't the first time Myron's been banned. It's places that Myron couldn't already go. There's already people just can't, they ain't on what he's doing. Club owners and stuff like that. So I wasn't surprised with respect to Myron and Sneeko, but I'm like, yo, Fresh is there. And then I saw more clips and I'm like, okay, there's Fresh, right? Fresh is like, okay, he's in the club. Again, they got in the club because of Fresh. People lost their jobs behind that. People gonna be looking at Fresh. But according to him, Fresh is like, the streets, the people on the streets, people in Miami, they don't hold him responsible. They know that was Myron. They know that was Sneeko. They know it was Fuentes. Maybe the Tates. That's where all the blame fell. And Fresh is just in the background trying to clean things up, doing Damage Control, and doing what he can to help the situation and calm everybody down. But yeah, man, that was Vendome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look good. Like, I'm the baddest LooksMaxxer all around this town. Yeah, sure enough, the LooksMaxxer of Harlem. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, that's crazy, man. Brother Page, like, I don't know how Fresh is going to move forward. He's supposed to be the connect. Yeah, the network mogul. Fresh is the connect, man. And Fresh is moving on. He touched on it, bro. You know what? We should pull it up. We should pull it up. He was there last night on Access Vegas. Access Vegas. Fresh. It'll probably come up under Fresh and Fit, but let's see if we can. We're just gonna have to jump on the channel. And a lot of times, man, I don't know where they put these things, but it was live, so maybe it'll come up under live. Here it is. Over 2 hours. Let me see if I can find. Let me pull this up first of all. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it. And we're gonna see if we can jump to where they were talking about this. But I saw this last night. Yeah, I think this is gonna lead to Fresh and Fit splitting up, bro. I think that was the death nail. I think that Myron and Fresh are just gonna move on. I mean, they've made their money. I don't think that Myron and Fresh are gonna be beefing or enemies or anything like that. It's just Fresh isn't about that, the craziness. Fresh isn't on the craziness, and Myron is. So here it is, right here.
For a while, glad to be back. Beautiful ladies here, of course. Welcome back to the show, and glad to be here.
Incredible.
Yep. That was a crazy night, bro. You know, spill it. Where do I begin, bro?
Okay, hold on. First off, before we go on, because a bunch of my friends were asking me this.
Yeah.
The likelihood, you know how close I am with Waller, and we're close with you.
Yeah.
What is the likelihood that you guys would have invited me and Rolo out if we were there?
It was 100%.
100%.
Yes.
So, I was like,
we would have gone.
God, please,
now,
no.
now here's the actual. I'll make it very brief, right? So basically, I was with Tate.
Yes.
You know, talking, whatever. They pull up with Clav. It's Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, and you know the rest. So they're like, you know what? We chill at the crib. Little house party going on.
Whose house was that?
Yeah, where was that?
It's one of their boys.
Okay,
Eric.
I thought it was a boat for a second. Yeah,
No, well,
it was a house.
his boat as well.
Okay,
So we're just chilling there. They're like, yo, let's go to the club. I'm like, fuck it, I can set that shit up.
is that?
Told you Fresh set it up. They couldn't have gotten in there without Fresh. They couldn't have gone to any club in Miami without Fresh's okay. No way that would have happened. There's no way. Fresh is the network guy, man. Fresh is, like I said, I really need to reach out to him. Last time I spoke to Fresh, it was the Castle Club thing, and I was like, yo, bro, you know, my bad ain't supposed to go this way. It just went the way it went, you know. No love lost. He's like, it's cool. It's cool. That's just how he is, man. Like if he had a real problem with me, he would have said, fuck me. If he really had a problem, he'd like, nah, whatever, man, fuck you. But he was like, nah, it's cool. Right? But I haven't hollered at him. And you know, I just been doing what I'm doing up here in Tampa. I haven't even been to Miami. I think I've been to Miami twice since the Castle Club thing. But anyway, let's keep going.
That clip that we saw from Clav's live stream, is that what we're watching? Okay, so he has a 24/7 live stream that follows him around
constantly,
and it's all that was on Kick. Or was it Rumble? It was Kick. Okay, got it.
No,
Okay,
thank God it was on Rumble. It was okay.
Yeah.
But seriously, they want to go to the club. I was like, all right, cool. I hit my guy up. Let's go. So they're in a Sprinter van ahead of me. If you notice in the clips, I'm not in the van.
Yes.
I'm like legit like behind with the girls, you know, doing my thing. So they're in the car playing songs.
Yes.
And of course, you know, Justin's playing cowboy music, country music. He loves that shit.
Yes.
Shout out to him. And apparently someone takes the phone and he plays a song that is
we can't say obviously. HH. He plays HH, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now mind you, I'm into dating podcasts.
Of course.
I'm into like lifestyle stuff. I don't care about politics like that. I'm not into that, you know.
Yeah.
You guys know me. So I don't know what this song is. You know, long story short, get to the club, they pull up, I pull up. So I go with Andrew, he meets the owner, we're chopping up, whatever. And we're just chilling, vibing. Bring us a bottle, we're vibing. So get this. Then Marion asked me for a song request. Marion's like, oh, we want the song played. I'm like, okay, what song is it? HH. I'm like, fuck is that? All right, so I told the guy, listen, they want a song played. Can you hook it up? So what happens is the guy goes over, airdrops him the song, and it's played.
They airdropped him the
Yeah,
song.
now mind you, I don't know where the song is, bro.
Yeah, so just so we're clear,
Just so you know,
this
I don't-
is obviously not on Spotify.
No.
You can't get this on
No.
YouTube Music.
No.
This is the controversial song that Kanye West put out on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's probably the only place they got it from.
Now,
Okay,
who airdropped it?
That is between those guys. I
You
don't
don't
know.
know. Okay, so
Yeah.
somebody did.
But
So Fresh is telling the behind the scenes story. I've never heard this because I heard a little bit of this last night and then I went to bed. I didn't stay up to watch the whole thing. So this is new to me. I was gonna say fresh to me. And yeah, Dr. B, I think that Myron and Fresh, I think we're gonna see the Fresh and Fit podcast. I think I wouldn't be surprised. Let me put it that way. I would not be surprised if they went ahead and just made a shift and the Fresh and Fit podcast does something different without Myron and Fresh. Because you see, I mean, from what I can tell, there are multiple episodes when Myron's not there or when Fresh is not there, and then Fresh is doing his thing. So it seems to me that it's kind of moving that direction. But anyway, let's keep going.
here's the crazy part. So they're playing a song. Mind you, I'm legit there like, okay, you know, like we're just vibing, whatever. I don't know what this song is saying because it's loud in there. You know, whatever. So, mind you, it is catchy. I'll give you that. It's catchy, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
So I'm there just standing there. I'm like, Andrew's just like, what the fuck? Because Andrew's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then that happens. It's chill. No one's freaking out. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, just to be clear, I watched it. You were not singing
No.
the song,
Fuck no.
and neither was Justin Waller. Actually, did this kind of move where he went off camera.
No, I didn't even see.
Yeah,
Jay.
Justin Waller.
Look, bro, I'm there. I'm with a shorty. This is like chilling, whatever. And I'm not paying attention to the song because I don't know what the song is.
Yeah.
So then after we just continue the party, we leave, we go our separate ways, and we go home. I get 10 missed calls the next day. What the fuck? I'm like, what's wrong with y'all niggas, bro? Then I realize it's national incident. It's on the news. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
Hold on, ladies. You guys who here saw the video? You saw the video?
Who hasn't?
Yeah, yeah. You guys have seen. Okay, got it.
So then I'm like, bro, I got my manager's Jewish, my business partner's Jewish, my friends is Jewish.
Yeah.
I'm in a community where like, we're in Miami Beach. It's Jewish owned and run.
Yeah.
Like, and then now here's the weird part, right? Because after this, like everyone's like, oh, you know what? It's not on me. Let's get this shit off because it's fucked up. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna call who I need to call. I hit up obviously, you know, certain people in the community.
Yeah.
I'm cool with some owners. And listen, you guys know me for a long time. I've been here for 12 years. I'm not with that shit. Fresh, we know you're good. Blah blah blah. Here's the weird part though. Then Andrew goes on PVD, and then they try to, you know what I'm saying? They kind of roast him a little bit. That goes viral. Stick goes like, oh, bro, this is fucked up, da-da-da. So he's talking about it on his show as well. Go back and forth.
Yeah.
Long story short, no one wants to take the blame because it's fucked up. And, you know, people are doubling down as well. So
Yeah, I mean, Nick doesn't seem to.
he doesn't care.
He doesn't seem.
Man, that whole thing. So this is fascinating to get Fresh's take on all this, man. I really do believe, and you got to understand something, bro. That you got to look at this from two perspectives. It's going to be like the personal friendship perspective. You know what I mean? Myron and Fresh, they're good people. They met through the podcast, through social media. They went, I mean, from zero to fire, made millions. Like the Rumble deal for them was sweet. I don't know any details. Don't ask me. I just based on what Fresh was saying, was talking to Organic. It was sweet. You know what I mean? Some people are saying like, bro, some people are saying that might have been an 8-figure deal with Rumble. Fresh and Fit was the platform before they got canceled, was bringing in over $50,000 a month just in super chats. That wasn't even counting the sponsors and all that before it went crazy because they had a lot of sponsors in that. So they made millions off of Fresh and Fit. So that's how Myron and Fresh met. And they bonded this really good friendship, and they look out for one another and they take care of business. But the business is a different animal. That's not personal. Fresh is about business. So Fresh is only going to take so much on the business front. Now you're starting to really endanger what he has built, like he just said, over 12 years. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to get ruined over this, bro. Like this, I'm not even in this. I'm not in that. It's not even a fight with me. So I can see a split business, like just kind of, let's just go our separate ways on this business thing. Let's just go ahead and separate it. And it becomes what it becomes. If you never see Fresh hosting a YouTube show or in social media again, he's still going to be the man in Miami. I promise you that. I promise you that. Like, dude he's really entrenched. He's got his finger on the pulse of that city, and that's a good city to be a cool kid in. And Fresh is definitely a cool kid.
I saw a clip of Nick saying, just doubling down on this whole thing.
Yeah,
and then I saw Andrew and Sneeko going back to.
They don't
back
go
and forth.
outside. They're not like me and you. We don't.
Yeah.
They don't socialize. We socialize all the time.
Again,
So,
one more time.
I was amazed you got Myron out.
One more time.
of the
I want to
apartment.
say this again. Shout out to Dave Grutman. Shout out to Jason Strauss. We love you guys. This is not we.
Shout
There's
out
no.
to Dave Goodman as well.
There is no way we would have done this. Yeah.
And look, Dave is an amazing guy. Bro.
He is an awesome guy. Yeah.
Business mogul.
Yes.
Nice guy.
I've learned so much. I met him at Harvard. I went to go see when Harvard Business School did a business
always
study.
took care of me and my people
Yes.
when I go. So nothing bad about Dave at all.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, Dave was like, "Yo, this is crazy. I'm outraged. This is insane."
Yeah.
So, from what I heard, the city's after the club, and they fired some people.
Yes,
It's
three
fucked up.
people apparently were fired. Yes.
Yeah. So to me, it's bad because they lost their jobs because they did something that they didn't know about.
No, here's the
Yeah,
other thing. If
it's-
they're not live streaming, there's no way nobody ever finds out about this. I don't think anybody ever finds out.
100%.
Yeah.
Facts.
So that's the sad part of it because like they lost their jobs. And that's fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, no one really cares, bro. Honestly. Like, look, from a long-term point of view, people that are watching, they don't really care. It's
Yeah.
a song, they're like, whatever, move on. But
People lost their jobs. What happened? They simply had a request from VIP and they executed the request. Something that happens all the time. I would even go a step further. I bet you that that's the policy at a place like Vendome or Live or something like that. If the VIP make a request, do it. We want to keep them happy. Vendome is where Fresh and Fit had one of their first major parties. I mean, and like, cause you know, Rolo was saying it's a miracle you got Myron to go in there. Myron's been in Vendome a few times. I've been in Vendome with Myron, right? So, and I remember that first major Fresh and Fit party. Dr. B was there. He was there. Like it was massive was there. That night, Myron and Fresh easily dropped just on drinks and stuff to get everybody in. Oh, bro, it was easily 10K. Right? Just on the drinks, just on the bottles. And I know what the bottles cost because Fresh was having me pick the bottles. Like, man, just pick bottles. I'm like, bro. And I'm looking at the price list like, damn it, like, man, don't worry about that. And this is when Fresh and Fit was peaking. Like, they had bread, bro. This is not a problem. So we're talking 4 or 5. Now, it might have been 10 bottles of Hennessy that night because it was, bro, it might have been 100 dudes in there. All just part of the Fresh and Fit platform thing. It might have been 100 dudes in there. Was it about 100? It was certainly more than 50. It was more than 50. It might have been a hair under 100, but it was definitely more than 50. We had 4 sections that were all together that we reserved these sections. It was 4 sections. And Myron, I'm only talking about the bottles that Myron and Fresh bought. I'm not talking about the bottles that the members of that were part of the thing, like just the guys who were supporting. I'm not talking about the bottles they bought, right? There was 4 bottles of Hennessy. There was 4 bottles of 1941 tequila. There was another 2 bottles of what's the tequila in the white bottle with the silver top? Damn, I got a bottle of it right downstairs on my bar. What's the name of that tequila, guys? With the white bottle with the silver top and a little blue in there. Like a kind of the long, damn. Yeah, 100 dudes pause. But it was a lot of guys in there. Anyway, it was about 4 bottles of that because women would drink tequila. It was a couple bottles of vodka. It was some Don Julio. Like it was 3 or 4 bottles of Don Julio. Y'all could go right now. Casa Azul, thank you, brother. It was about 4 or 5 bottles of Casa Azul. It was about 3, 4, maybe 5 bottles of Hennessy. It was XO Hennessy, right? You can go look right now, Brother Pitney, if you ain't doing anything, you can pull up the drink list for Vendome and just do a loose accounting. Like I said, bro, that night they dropped some bread. So this is why Fresh has a lot of access, and this is his main spot. This is where he always goes. Like to this day, I could probably walk in there. They're like, "Oh, you were Fresh," and they'll let me in. I mean, that's how. Probably not now because you probably they probably get Fresh a timeout. But I mean, he was just one of them dudes. Like you could just walk up and you could say, yeah, my man's coming, and they'll let you in. VIP treatment, sit you down, all that. So that's crazy. You know, that was, bro, it's like 150. It's $150 on off nights. The regular night, bro, that shit goes up, man. The 1942 was like $400 a bottle, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, man, because they have 2 or 3 different drink menus. And they'll get you, if they don't know you, they'll bring out the most expensive drink menu, bro. So $150 for a bottle of Hennessy. I mean, bro, you could barely get that in Tampa. Down in Miami, nah, bro. They starting at $600, $700, $800. 1942, especially then, that's when everybody was going crazy on 1942. Man, it's up there, bro. It's up there. Yeah, Dr. B just said that, like, yeah, that's not even in the club. Yeah, just to go buy a bottle is like $150. In the club, yeah, bro, it's way up there. Yeah, but it might be more for 1942 because they have different. Like, just check it out. Just go to, wherever you at in your city. Just go to wherever there's a hot club somewhere. New York, LA, Miami, DC. Pull up their venue and their drink list. You know what I mean? Like their drink menu. You'll be shocked at what they're getting, bro. I mean, I think it was Mr. Joe's. That's what it's called. Bar Joe's, Mr. Joe's, or Live. We're talking about Live. If you go to Live for a bottle of Hennessy, regular Hennessy, bro, you're looking at $600 for a bottle of Hennessy, man. That $150 bottle is going to be $600 in there. If you're getting XO, man, it's probably going to be $1,100, depending on who's at the club that night, like what night that is. That's what people are doing, man. They were dropping all kind of. That was the STEMI money, bro. That was the STEMI money. He's like, it's all above my pay grade, man. That's how some people party, bro. You got people bringing out bottles like, bro, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's $1,100. That's a $3,000 bottle. They bring those big old bottles of champagne out, man. They could be wilding. They just, again, what did Brandon Carter say, man? It's just showing how much money they have, bro. Status symbol, man. But anyway, this really would have hurt Fresh. This was Fresh definitely had to do some damage control. Like, he's waking up to all these calls, seeing what's going on. Oh shit, let me call my people. And it seems like he was able to work it out because the media, that's the media, were never going after Fresh at all in all of this. Definitely want a pregame, bro. That's the way to do it. Pregame, again, get your Uber, drop you off at the spot, maybe buy one drink and nurse it half the night. I ain't mad at you, bro. But like I said, I move in all the different bubbles, man. I move in the bubbles we talking about. That's how we get down. But I also move with the 1%ers. And the 1%ers, man, they will not hesitate to drop some bread. Like I said, it ain't nothing for some guys to drop $10,000 at one spot in one night, and you going to 3 or 4 spots. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they drop their credit card, it makes noise, bro. It's like metal. Plink, plink, plink. They drop their credit card, you can hear it. Anyway, let's keep going. Well, let me finish my point. Fresh had a lot of damage control to do because he had a lot riding on this. And it looks like Fresh was able to fix that. And shout out to him. Good for him for doing that. And that just shows, it kind of goes to the type of person he is behind the camera. When people are like, yeah, man, we know that's not you. We know, but we got to do this. Your man's in them. This is a problem. So again, this is probably why I would not be surprised if I see a split business-wise with Myron and Fresh. I mean, just, dude, they're hemorrhaging money still. It's like, why even do the Fresh and Fit podcast and have it on YouTube? It should be strictly on Rumble because that's where they get paid.
The community cares because it's about them.
Okay, so you saw afterwards Kanye West took out a page. We just lost the light in here. Kanye West took out an article in the New York Times or New York Post apologizing for the song. Did you see this?
So, okay, some backstory here.
Yeah.
When I was on my phone calls.
By the way, he talked to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate said this indirectly when he was on Jack Neal. He said that he spoke to Kanye.
So I spoke to Kanye's people as well.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely like, yo, this needs to be fixed ASAP.
Yeah.
And obviously he wasn't like happy about it because he's trying to move on with his career. And I was in the past, it wasn't the best song he ever made for obvious reasons. Now at the same time though, he put out a statement, as you guys saw after, and I said on my show, listen guys, he's not happy with it. It's fucked up. It was an Fresh, you're hating, bro. You don't know Kanye, bro. He told us. You know what I'm saying. So anyhow, long story short, that happened, and everyone's mad at us.
Yeah.
Because we were there. However, if you notice, I'm not in the photos. I'm in one clip there because I don't want to be around that stuff, bro. Like, I'm not political at all.
Yeah.
So in general, I'm pretty much good to go, but they're kind of fucked.
I went and looked, and it seems to me, and I don't want to misrepresent him, but it seems to me that Sneeko is not disowning that he did it. He's upset why so many people are tripping about that. And then the VIP host who was on the phone with him saying that he was banned from every nightlife venue. I think I know who that guy is.
Orel.
Oh, is that who it was?
Amazing curator
Okay.
for experiences.
Okay, got
in
it.
New York, Miami.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. Known him for years. Here's the issue, right? Listen, you could say we're all part of it, but for one, I didn't know about that song.
Yeah.
One, if I knew what it was, never would have said to the guy,
Yeah.
hey, they need a song.
I'd heard it before, and if I was with you guys and I'd heard that song, I mean, I would have ran over a cocktail server and probably, like, I just, because you guys, regardless of what you think, okay, I'm not making a statement about Israel and Palestine right now. It is so bad for business to do something like that.
Terrible.
It's just bad, because there's one thing about, like, just so we're clear, Dave Grutman did not ban them from all these nightlife groups or all these locations because of their viewpoints on the internet about Israel and Palestine. He didn't ban them for that. He did not ban them for the Cookie Monster shirt. He did not ban them for that. He banned them because they went into a venue. Now, by the way, Dave Grutman does not own Vendo. There's another nightlife group that does. But he went in there, and they basically said the thing you're not supposed to say in the place. I don't know who owns Vendo, but I know they're probably associated with Dave in some way. And that's
They're not.
I'm saying they're not.
They're French Arabic. But
Okay.
But just at your point, imagine I go to your backyard.
Yeah, that was my point.
I spit in your face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only do I spit in your face, then I slap you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be pissed off, right?
And then you complain. Well, what about my First Amendment rights? No one banned you for what you said on Rumble and Kick. Okay, we're not making a statement.
You know, and this thing that, like, what Myron does, and it's crazy too, because Myron is a respectful guy when the cameras are off, man. Just, you know, it's like, nah, just a normal dude. But when I see what he's doing, I mean, it just raises so many questions. Like, what are you doing, bro? This doesn't make any sense. Brandon Carter talks about that as well, man. We'll talk about that one day. But even like this, the First Amendment, like, the government will protect you from the government coming after you for this sort of thing, but you're going to have to answer for some of the shit that you do, right? So people like Nick Fuentes, or even that Clive got a clavicular. There's video out there where he got pressed in Miami. Some brothers caught up with him because, you know, Clive liked to use the N-word. He didn't want to use the N-word when these brothers caught up with him. And Clive got like a security, you know, he got security there, but these guys who were doing it clearly were doing it just for a viral moment. Like, you know, hey, bro, you can say what you want to say. The government ain't gonna do nothing to you, but what about the people, bro? There's people out here they will definitely touch you if they see you, right? And you out here on this wild stuff. Nick Fuentes, hey, bro, who would want to be him? Like, you can't go outside. If you're Nick Fuentes, you know, if I walk outside, bro, somebody might end me. There's people out here, like, if they see him, hey, bro, they gonna do something to him. And he's like, well, freedom of speech. Like, nah, bro, you don't have to do this. You don't have to say this, and then to sit back and like, well, you don't like the repercussions. Doesn't work that way, man. We got Casual German in the building. What's good, fam? Yeah, this is Access Vegas, man. This is Fresh talking about the night that was going on at Vendome when Sneeko and Fuentes and the Tates and Myron got canceled. And I mean, I can understand why. You know what I mean? And yeah, friend, I'm glad Fresh didn't, you know, I'm glad Fresh didn't catch strays over this. Like, and Fresh does not, you know, he doesn't participate in this at all, man. He's not political at all. He put his toe in the Trump thing for a hot second. He wasn't even comfortable doing that. Like, I think he's made up his mind he's gonna stay out of politics. It could be because it's not worth it. It'll destroy everything he built, and it can destroy it fast.
About that. Nobody banned you for what you said on Rumble and Kick. Nobody banned you for what you said on YouTube. Nobody banned you for what you said on Twitter. They banned you because you went into their venue and you know, it's one thing to talk shit on the internet and another one to go to somebody's house and threaten their kids. Like, that was a little bit different. I know it's an extreme example, but
someone said Fresh heard a song before. Listen, nigga, this needs to be said straight because you're retarded. I live in Miami. It's my home. Why would I play a song like that in Miami? It's retarded. Like, guys, you understand? I'm not political at all. I think it's retarded as well. I'm into making people with connections, value, and getting girls. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
All the other shit is retarded, bro.
Yeah.
So long story short, bro, that happened. I had to make some phone calls, you know, tell people what happened behind the scenes, and we're good. But I think Clive went to go meet Dave and David Ehorn for a meeting. They understood what he's doing, his content. You know, he's a kid, bro. He's 20 years old.
Yeah.
So he didn't know what's happening. Sickle's doubling down. That's on him. Meyer doesn't give a fuck. Andrew's focusing on business now.
Yes.
Nick is just like, fuck it. We're doing the movement, whatever. I am like, bro, this is retarded.
Yes.
I don't want no part of it. I was just there as with Andrew, and that shit happened. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So there you have it right there, man. And again, back to what, you know, a potential split up when it comes to the dynamic duo. Like, okay, well, Fresh and Fit split up. Business wise, it makes sense. Because Fresh is like, all right, man, I can't put y'all into a situation on my word. Like, I can't come out with y'all. I can't have y'all go where I go because you might do something wild. And we're talking about Sneeko, we're talking about Myron, you know what I mean, Fuentes, or anybody who rocks with them over there. It's like, bro, no, I can't help you. Hey, Fresh, because you're dealing with a guy who can pick up the phone and get you in anywhere. LA, New York, Miami, it doesn't matter. Dallas, like Vegas. Fresh is connected. If he goes somewhere, he knows people when he comes out of there, like, and he builds these connections. He's the type of dude who can pick up the phone and make something happen. Now he's not going to pick up the phone for you, you know, and like Myron with this crusade or whatever for this First Amendment thing, bro, there are limits. There are limits, man. And America is not going to be cool with that. They're only going to tolerate it for so long, and they're going to do what they got to do. Now, you ain't got to worry about the government locking you up, but you got to worry about the government now digging into your business. Now you can rest assured that Myron's going to get a bunch of IRS audits, right? You can rest assured if there's anything that looks out of ordinary and not quite right, law enforcement is going to look into it. They're going to look into who you're talking to. It's just, they're going to start adding heat looking for something else. You know what I mean? Like, that's a violation of my First Amendment rights. Like, put you on a no-fly list. Just make your life miserable. Right? Just make your life miserable. That's what can happen. Like, you don't want to deal with that, bro. But I mean, you know, this is what you want to do. This is the hill you want to die on. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. And so yeah, you know, the sacrifice, you know, made in the name of free speech, bro. It's crazy, man. And it just doesn't make any sense. And you get to the point where you're making millions. You know, these dudes might be sitting on 10 million each. Hey, that's a good place to be. Like 10 million. Like, bro, you really don't need much more than that. Like you said, if you 10 million, you make a couple good investments. I mean, just think about that, bro. If you have $10 million liquid, you could take five of that, right? Just take 5 of that and make the most, you know, just the most secure investment ever, just like government bonds and, you know, just safe investments, bro. And you can get 10% on that, right? You just make really sound investments to get 10%, right, on that 5 million, bro. That's $500,000 a year, man. Can you live on that? Right? That's $500,000 a year. You still got the principal. You still got the 5 million sitting there. You're getting $500,000 a year, plus you got another 5 million sitting somewhere else. I mean, bro, it's almost impossible to mess that up. 10 million is a great number. Think about that. $500,000 a year. Just on a sound investment, just investing that $5 million at a 10% return. 10%. Who's going to have a hard time living on that? And you got another $5 million just sitting over here, liquid. 10 million is a good number, bro. Think about that, bro. You know, and to jeopardize all that for what? There's no country that comes close to our freedoms and our liberties here in America. No country on the planet comes close. Right? But you want to be able to go out here and say hateful stuff, this HA stuff. And as a soldier, bro, it's like, man, no. You know what I mean? Let's watch what Brandon Carter said about that. I'm gonna pull up the Brandon Carter video, and then I'm gonna shut this down. But so you got to hear what Fresh had to say about all that, man. And you know, I'm glad Fresh didn't catch any strays, man. I'm really glad he didn't catch any strays, man. Because he's a good dude. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, it's sad what happened with the Citigroup's thing. You know, it was nothing, you know what I mean? It was nothing malicious. I wasn't trying to do anything. We were just dealing with some, you know, some shady dudes, bro. This is how it went down. But one shady dude, really. One really shady dude he messed all that up. But, you know, Fresh is still a cool dude. Myron was trying to make everything happen. And if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, go back and watch that video when I talked about the city groups. It's, what's the name of that video? The Boss of Bosses speaks on city groups or something like that. Tells the whole story. That's one of the things you got to be careful of, man. We're always talking about vetting women over here and making sure you're with the right woman. You got to vet dudes, bro. Just as hard, bro. You have to vet dudes because you don't want the wrong dude in your camp because they can destroy everything and they can do it like that, bro. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things. They can do it just like that. See, Freshman, Brandon Carter, Andrew Tate was talking about the cancel. And oh, here it is right here. I thought I watched this. No, this isn't it. Let me pull this up. We're gonna hear what Brandon Carter says about the First Amendment and what's going on with all that, bro. Let's check this out. I mean, he was happy he didn't go. Here it is. This is 19 minutes, man. So we'll stop this a couple times. But this happened like the next day. So what we're about to watch, this was like the next day. And again, this is Brandon Carter, and then we'll watch this and then we'll wrap things up, man. But when I talk about the red pill and I talk about where the red pill is going, I really hope and I do believe that the red pill is shifting to a red pill wisdom mode where they're talking to the OGs and they're talking to some of the wiser young cats. It's like, hey, man, forget all that weirdo stuff, man. Let's focus on this. Like we just today, this whole talk about LooksMaxxing, bro. Stay away from LooksMaxxing, man. It's stupid. Stay away from LooksMaxxing. You're going to hurt yourself. Stay away from it. Build yourself up, right? And we talk about being an alpha, like the red pill hardly uses that term, but when people talk about alpha males, like what makes a top tier guy, man, it's a guy who, like, you don't have to be cruel. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a dick. And that's the kind of stuff that Brandon Carter's talking about. And he's right. Like being cruel doesn't make you top tier or make you a good guy. Like I got to be cruel in order to be, the leader. No, man. You need to be compassionate, right? You need to be ready to stand, stand 10 toes down on what you believe in, man. You have to have good morals. And that's what it boils down to. Simply because you out here talking shit about people and being loud, man, I don't mean nothing, bro. That makes you a bully, man. It makes you a dictator. Right? Because you're cruel to people, man. Nah, you want to be out here and you want to be a protector, man. But anyway, let's listen to what Brandon Carter had to say about that, man.
Over the weekend, there was a gathering, a meeting of the minds. Here's a photograph they posed for the Tate brothers, Myron, Justin Waller, Senor Fluentes, and Clavicular. A lot of people are asking why I did not go. And maybe we'll get into that a little later. I mean, if it's not obvious, I got a really good relationship with Myron. Those of y'all know Myron, Freshman Fit fame. I knew Myron before he was famous. He actually joined my program, High Ticket Trainer, where I teach trainers how to start their online fitness business. And at that time, he was still working for the government. And he wanted to quit doing that. Joined my program. He started making enough money to quit the job. And then he had so much money that he was able to invest in all the podcast equipment. That's why they started off with like really good equipment and all that stuff. Every time I'm on Freshman Fit, he called me his mentor, and like that. So I've known Myron for a long time. Before he was even letting all his political views. Obviously, I've known the Tates for mad long. Like we've done shit together. I've known them since before they were famous. And I'm probably closest with Justin. I've met Sneeko once. I was on Freshman Fit and he was on there, and that was an interesting episode. I never had the pleasure of meeting Clavicular, and I never had the displeasure of meeting Nicholas Senor Fluentes. Justin hit me up the following day after this picture was taken. And he was like, yo, man, wish you was there last night. And I was like, no, I'm super glad I was not. Honestly, had I even been there, I would have probably left once these two came up. I ain't got no beef with them. And I'm not trying to talk shit about it. It's just not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like Clavicular is always saying the N-word like all the time. And I'm not saying you should, hey, freedom of speech, say whatever you want to say. I don't like when people in general, this is just my thing, when people in general are deliberately being offensive just to be edgy. I don't find that cool. Like if you really mean it, if you stand on it, go for it. All the shit Myron says, I agree with very little what he says. We have a relationship. I'm cool with him. but he means that shit. And maybe he does mean that shit. I don't know. But I get the feeling that he wants to be deliberately edgy. So he's going around saying the N-word and, it's not my cup of tea. Senior.
And that's a fact. Talking about that Clive kid. He doesn't know any better. But there's a video out there of him getting pressed. And, once you get back to the safety of your own place, you probably start doubling and tripling down or whatever. But that's going to catch up with you, man. And most of these kids, like you young guys out here, man, y'all don't understand what violence really is. Most Americans have never seen real violence, man, like true violence. Like you've never seen it, which is a great thing. Like you don't want to see it. But there are those of us in America who grew up in America, man, we're used to dealing with it. We've seen hyper violence. We've dealt it, probably dealt out to hyper violence or been, on a receiving end of that violence. Like it's a different world. And this Clive kid, man, he ain't seen none of that. And these people, they say these things, they do these things, they get out here in the trenches, bro. And then what happens? Somebody pulls up on them, someone sees them, and it could get ugly fast. And they don't understand because they're like, well, I'm just doing this to be edgy. I'm just doing this to make the money. And it's like, nah, bro, they gonna do something to you and they don't care about the money.
Fuentes, his reputation speaks for itself. I would have excused myself had I been there. It's just not my thing. And that's cool. This is their thing. I'm not even trying to talk shit about them. I'm not an internet beef guy. Y'all know that. If I got beef with somebody, I ain't gonna say nothing on the internet about it. Can't have no evidence.
Right.
They'll play that shit in court. Right. So like I ain't got no beef with nobody here. Justin is like a real good friend. I got a great relationship with Myron. We've been close. We've been friends. I've been mad cool with the taste for mad long. I'm probably the closest with Justin. I text Justin the next day. I'm glad I wasn't there. And then I played this video, and you're also gonna see the ramifications from it. They were in the van dancing to that Kanye West song, HH. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. Kanye West is from Atlanta. Let's not forget that. He claims Chicago. That brother's from Atlanta. I'm from Chicago. Anyway, they were dancing and singing to his song. Hey, that's cool. That's their thing. Hey, get freedom of speech. Say what you want. I would excuse myself, and that's cool. But here's the ramifications from that,
Streamers Sneako and Clavicular, Nick Fuentes, and the Fresh and Fit podcast host are getting banned from the Miami nightlife scene for playing Ye's anti-Semitic song in the club. Yes, that is a real sentence. Complex on Jordan Rose and the faces of the manosphere had been barred by several hot.
Yeah, it was this part. I'd have been like, hey. And here's the thing about Myron. Myron knows that I don't share his same political views. He's like super respectful of that. Like he doesn't go on his wild shit when I'm on the podcast. When he's been here on my podcast, he doesn't do that. Right. And it's not that he can or I'm forcing him not to, just out of respect. That's something that I think gets lost with all the manosphere stuff,
And I can definitely confirm that, man. Like Myron is respectful, especially around, dudes or whatever guys he's working with. It's always been respectful to me. Always, never, ever been disrespectful, ever. And I think if Brandon Carter had been in the van, none of that would have happened. Myron wouldn't have loaded up the song. Myron wouldn't have let it happen, man. And that's, that just because he looks at Brandon in a different light. Like that's my mentor. I know he ain't on that. The whole thing would have been different. But like Brandon said, there's no way he's going to be there if Fuentes is there. And I agree with him 100%. Like I'm going to be here. Something's going to happen. That guy's going to say something and something's going to happen. And it's, it could be something silly, like, excuse me, or whatever. What you say? You know what I mean? It's just, you right off the rip, but something going to happen. So, that's just how it went down. So I agree with him wholeheartedly. I know what he's talking about, especially when it comes to Myron. Now I agree with him.
I think a lot of times people conflate, or a lot of guys in the manosphere, and I'm not talking shit about these guys or anyone, just in general, as a broad statement. They conflate cruelty with masculinity. Like, to be masculine, you got to be cruel now. You got to be deliberately mean or offensive. Now, it makes sense if you are an internet personality, right? Because I get it. Human beings are always going to do what they feel is in their best self-interest, right? So a lot of times they're going to say stuff and act crazy and do whatever they can to get, more views. And it works out well for them. Like, they are to monetize it. Like, all these guys make tons of money streaming. That's their prerogative. Like, I'm not even making a judgment call about that, right? On a personal level, I think you can be masculine without being mean. That's just and I don't know why this is controversial, but I feel like what I'm about to say is controversial. I feel as if you can not be a fan of the behavior of a government, like the Israeli government, and not hate all Jewish people. Like, that's my stance, right? Like, I don't like a lot of shit the Chinese government does, but I'm super cool with most Chinese people I meet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not compelled to conflate the two. A lot of people are. Whatever. Freedom of speech is their prerogative. I'm just telling you where I stand.
From entering their establishments after a video went viral this weekend of the crew requesting and getting a DJ at Vendome nightclub in Miami to play the band's Ye song on stream. They were also playing the song in their Sprinter van as they arrived at the club, with Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast throwing up salutes.
You know, the thing about the song, back in the day when I was doing street promotion, this was the mid 90s. And you wanted a DJ to play a song because the DJs control. You want to talk about gatekeepers. The DJs were the gatekeepers, especially like radio play DJs. They were the gate, but the club DJs, like at the hot club in that city, that town, whatever, like they were really, and they only played what was hot. Now you got this song, the production is going to be hot because it's coming from Kanye West. I think he's one hell of a producer, maybe one of the best producers ever. I think as a rap artist, he's trash. I've never been a fan of Kanye. He can't rap. But the dude can make beats. You know, that's just my opinion. DJs, if you're asking a DJ to play a tune, play a song, play a track, they're going to listen to it. DJ be like, all right, so you're going to airdrop it, you know what I mean? Because that's today's technology. Or back then, you give them some headphones, you airdrop it or whatever, or you give them the album or you give them the CD. They put it on, they put on their headphones, they pull up that track, they listen to that, you know, that device, and they're like, okay. They're listening to the track. They're listening to the beat. They're listening to the music. They're listening to the lyrics. DJs will listen to all that. So if you got a DJ and he's like, play this song, he's listening to it and he hears what it is. And he's like, oh, no, I'm not playing that, bro. Because you got a lot of people who just don't know. And that kind of goes back to, you know, Americans being dumb, not knowing stuff. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, you gotta look at that, man. No, like moving forward in Vendome, ain't nobody playing any requests. If they don't know the song, they ain't playing it. They probably like don't even ask us to make a request. So we ain't playing it because they got in so much trouble because of these dudes.
Miami Beach Mayor Stephen Meaner told a local Miami news station that he and the city board are disgusted with the video and that the club would allow it to happen in the first place. Miami Beach commissioners mirrored similar sentiments. Vendome released a statement reading, quote, "The venue and hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism."
You know what? And here's the thing. This is another thing that kind of just confuses me about the praise for the H dude. This is a Brandon thing. I'm not making judgment on anyone. This is just where my mind goes. He killed Americans too. Like, you know, like Americans fought in the war. They was the ops. And I'm an American first. Even if you don't like the people of that race, I'm still not fucking with the ops. You know what I'm saying? We had to go over there and fuck them up. Like they was the ops. Just that alone is enough reason for me not to like shout them out. But you know, whatever, man. You guys, freedom of speech. They can do whatever they want. I'm not making a judgment call. I'm just telling you my stance.
Of hate speech and prejudice of any kind. It goes on to say that the nightclub has fired 3 people involved with the incident and that the streamers are permanently banned from the club. Sneeko went on stream last night after the club released their statement and was told by a promoter he knows that he's been banned from virtually every single hospitality group in the country because of this incident.
Yo, so it's not just Miami. It sounds better than Miami, but from what we know so far, it's all the hospitality groups on Earth, at least like the Earth I care about, the United States, right? That's fucked up. As somebody who likes restaurants, you know, someone who's a restaurateur or a foodie, if you will, that would have been a harsh blow to me. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. I love a good steak. You know what I'm saying? I might go to town just because I can. And text Sneeko like, damn, man, wish you had some of this mahi-mahi, huh? Anyway, I'm just fucking around. All right. You know.
You're virtually banned from every single hospitality group in the United States.
Like what?
So Casual Germ, there you have it, man. You can kind of see what happened, like why they got banned, what they were doing. I think Brandon Carter had a couple videos from inside the club. No, he didn't. I'm just kind of scanning through it now. Nah, he didn't. So there you have it, bro. Like I said before, man, I'm glad Fresh was able to get out of that thing without catching any strays. The Tates are doing what they're doing. Sneeko, I met Sneeko a couple times. Sneeko's the kind of guy, like, I mean, I met him, talking to him, but in my mind, it's like, yeah, that's you keep your eye on a dude like Sneeko. That's one of those dudes, like, we called him Shiesty back in my day. Like, that's a Shiesty dude right there. That dude over there plotting. Like, you see Sneeko, I'm looking at him like, this cat's plotting. And he looks real young. Like, you look at him, he's a young kid. I'm like, yo, that dude over there plotting. So I kept my distance. It wasn't, wasn't nothing crazy. I just kept my distance, whatever. But I'm an older guy, got experiences, and I trust my instincts. You young guys out here, man, you got to develop your instincts, man. You got to develop your instinct. Instead of smashing your face with a hammer trying to look smacks, you need to get out here, meet people, develop instincts that you can rely on throughout life. It's going to help you, man. You need to get your spidey sense together. I got my ghetto sense be tingling. I know what it is. Like, this dude right here, that dude right there, look out. That chick right there, look out. So, I'm glad Fresh didn't get jacked up in all this. The Tates are doing their thing. Sneeko, that's how he makes his money. Myron is determined to just ruin himself, in my opinion, like with this First Amendment crusades. Like, God, man. Fuentes is going to do what Fuentes does. It is what it is. The media say they hate him, but they love talking about him. They keep pushing his content, which is absolutely insane. There it is, man. So we're done. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. We're done. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. Shout out to Brandon Carter, man. Like, make sure y'all go over there and definitely support that brother, what he's doing. Because he's doing good stuff, bro. Make sure you check him out. Check out what he's doing, and support him, subscribe. He does classes on how to use AI. And those classes seem really good, bro. I haven't paid for one, but just watching his content and seeing what he's talking about, bro, is definitely worth checking out. I use ChatGPT to help me with these ebooks, right? I use ChatGPT, bro, to help me, because I'll write my stuff up, and I'm working on a couple of books, hardcover, traditional books. I'll take some chapters from the manuscript, feed it into ChatGPT, so I can get these ebooks, man. So the Hypergamy, the Disney fairy tale, 2 chapters in the book that I'm working on. I'm working on a traditional hardcover book. Every ebook that you see here in Gumroad is a chapter in the book that I'm working on. So, and it's just trimmed down. It's just edited down. So I have, so just imagine 10 times worth of content in the chapter. And then, this is what we're doing. So as you can see, we're getting close to wrapping up that book. And then I'm working on a political kind of thing. Just kind of give my take on American politics, like just growing up as a Black dude out of Cincinnati. We didn't have much, but going from where I started to where I am now, how did I get here? And, I can't wait to share that one with you guys. I'm working on that as well. And the one thing that got me in my travels was the family law trap. So this one right here, the family law trap, the child support trap, how the system works, why it feels unfair, and what men need to know. That's that ebook. Bro, if you only buy one of these ebooks, buy that one. The child support trap, buy that one. Read that one. And when the hardcover comes out, this is like 3 chapters in the hardcover. Like the stuff that I cover in there, when you see the information, like when you see the numbers, it just blows your mind. I mean, if anything, just the 66% kickback, the rebate that the federal government gives to every state is 66% of every, dollar on child support that's ordered. So what am I trying to say there? For every dollar child support that the judge orders some parent to pay, the federal government sends that state 66 cents on every dollar. Think about that. 66% is a rebate. That is a ton of money. The child support trap, bro. If you only buy one book, buy that one. It's an ebook, $7. The child support trap. This one right here, bro. Check out this book, this ebook. It's definitely worth it. All right. It's definitely worth it. So, I guess all good. We got Brother Mike on the building. What's happening, fam? Yeah, man, go back and definitely check this one out. I think this was a good one. We talked about some good stuff, man. It's all good, man. I appreciate you, though. It's all good. And we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about some more red pill stuff tomorrow, man. But I had to talk about this LooksMaxxing thing, bro. It's insane. It's insane. Dudes are literally beating themselves in the face with hammers and blunt objects, cracking their skull, micro fractures, trying to look better, and wearing makeup to cover up the bruises. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Please check out my Gumroad account, man. It's pinned to the top here in the chat. Please check it out. And if you can, I know that times are tough out there right now, but if you do have $6 or $7 and you want to support the channel, buying one of the ebooks is a great way to support the channel. It's a great way to help us out. And then also, I look forward to your input. Let me know what you thought. And if there's anything you want me to, any topic you want me to cover, I'll do it. Just let me know. Like, hey, can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? Yep. I'll make an ebook. I'll do the episode, make an ebook. And these ebooks are going to have companion videos, guys. I'm working on some interviews, like for the child support trap. I want to talk to some lawyers. I want to talk to some people, like some former judges. I want to talk to those folks about the child support trap. So yeah, we're definitely gonna make it happen in 2026. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. I really appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm definitely gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about some red pill stuff. We're gonna have some fun. Probably wind up dropping a link. Not quite sure what the topic is gonna be, man, but I got a list somewhere. So I'm gonna pick a winner. We're gonna get into it, man. So I gotta go, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for rocking out with me. I'm DL Saint. This is the I Really Want to Know podcast, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.
Thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. And if you like that video, check out this one or maybe that one. We'll see you around. Peace.